Hollywood. It's time now for... Johnny Dollar.
George Reed here.
Well, good morning, George.
Bad morning, Johnny.
What's the matter?
You remember Jediah Gillis?
Eccentric old man loves animals? Sure.
Well, for the second time, he's talked us into issuing a special coverage policy on an item he wanted insured.
And for the second time, it's disappeared, huh?
Right.
I hope it's not another singing mouse.
I'm afraid it's something worse. An articulate canine.
Articulate what?
Dog, Johnny.
An articulate dog? You mean a talking dog?
Yep.
Oh, no. Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Different. I didn't know about mice. I do know about dogs. And I've never heard one yet that could say anything but rough.
Well, maybe you haven't, but Michael Murphy has.
Michael Murphy?
Iron Mike Murphy, vice president of Milford Steel.
Oh, what's he got to do with this?
Well, he's the former owner of the articulating canine.
Gillis bought the dog from him?
According to this application, he did.
When did it happen?
About 3 weeks ago. First I heard of it was when Gillis called from New York asking for the coverage.
How much insurance does he have on the credit?
The maximum we'd allow, $7,500.
75. Oh, no, George. That's hardly worth my time. I can't make any commission from a small policy like that. Why don't you pay him off and forget it?
I'd like to, Johnny, but it isn't that simple.
No?
No. Since you found his mouse, Gillis thinks you're some kind of a miracle worker.
No, Pied Piper, you mean. Or pie-eyed something or other.
Anyway, the boys upstairs have agreed to let you write your own ticket again, providing...
Yeah?
Providing you locate the dog. Or in the event you don't, you pacify Gillis. Keep him happy so that he doesn't cancel his other policies.
And if I can't do either?
Then you wind up with your regular commission and expense account, which our auditors will check and double-check.
A real sucker bet. But okay, George, you've got yourself a deal. Expense account item 2, 85 cents cab fare back to my apartment. Item 3, $26, transportation Hartford to New York City, including cab fare to the Statler Hotel. By the time I checked in, changed my shirt, it was 8:30. I picked up the phone and called the number George Reed had given me.
Hello?
May I speak to Mr. Gillis, please?
Johnny Dollar. Dad told me you were coming.
Well, hi.
Hi, is that all? I guess this is Marion.
Yeah, I know. I had a hunch your father was staying at your place.
Do you have my address?
Sure have. 514 East 51st Street.
Apartment 4C.
Oh, yeah.
Now you get right over here before everyone leaves.
Everyone? Who all's there?
Well, just friends. It's a celebration.
What kind?
I'll tell you when you get here. Now hurry.
Right. Expense account item 4, $1.70 taxi from the Statler to the East 51st Street address. The entrance to the building faced toward Beekman Place, and one side of it looked out over the East River. I could hear the noise from apartment 4C before I stepped off the elevator. Marion had a good many friends, which figured because of her blonde hair, gray eyes, and a few other... Well, yeah. I pressed the buzzer and waited. I was about to press it again when a door opened further off down the hall.
Hi.
Oh, Marion.
Here, Johnny. I hope you don't mind sneaking in through the kitchen. But Dad made it very clear that he wants to see you now and alone.
Alone? Was that mob in there?
He's waiting for you in the den. It's this way. How have you been?
Oh, fine, just fine. Sounds like quite a party.
It is. I sent out the invitations before the pup disappeared. I offered to call it off, but Dad wouldn't let me.
Any special kind of celebration?
I think so. It's to announce my engagement.
You're... Well, what do you know? Who's the lucky man?
His name's Bill Fisher. He's an executive with the Powers advertising agent.
Real big-time operator, huh?
He just talked one of his clients into putting on a new TV show.
Well, you know you have all my good wishes.
Oh, Bill, we were just talking about you.
I wondered where you disappeared to.
Bill, this is Johnny Dollar.
Hi, congratulations. You're getting a fine girl.
Yes, I think so.
Thunderation, what's called... Oh, it's Dollar, so you finally decided to get here.
Hello, Mr. Gillis.
Come in.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you later, Johnny.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you ready to go to work?
Yes, sir, whenever you are.
Whenever I am. You're the one's getting paid to be a detective.
Well, I can't do my job without your cooperation, Mr. Gillis.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Just answer a couple of questions.
Just answer, but didn't that sweet pea of an agent tell you all you need to know?
Well, he couldn't. He didn't know anything except that a dog you have insured.
A dog? A dog, you say? Is that what you call her? Why, you miserable, cold-hearted... A dog.
Well, isn't that what you've lost, Mr. Gillis?
No! And don't you ever let me hear you calling that... She's a little lady. If you must refer to the type of being she is, well, she's a canine.
Okay. Do you mind telling me under what circumstances the canine disappeared?
I wouldn't mind at all. And please call her Ming Toy.
Beg your pardon?
Ming Toy, that's her name. Ming Toy Murphy. What's the matter, you dog? Are you deaf?
No, isn't that kind of an unusual name for a dog? A canine?
Oh, you think so? Shows how stupid you are. She's a Chinese.
Chinese?
Yes, a Pekingese. A Pekingese. And being as the first owner's name was Murphy, the whole thing, Ming Toy Murphy, just fits her to a T.
Yeah. Now, exactly when did you notice Ming Toy was missing?
Oh, since we got back from breakfast, Sheriff, I'd left Ming Toy in here, locked up safe and sound, but when we got back, the door was standing open.
The front door?
No, not to this door.
And Ming Toy was gone?
Of course she was gone. That's what all this fuss is about.
But the front apartment door was closed.
It was, and if somebody's come in here and stolen her, they'd have had sense enough to close the front door when they left.
You're, for sure somebody did steal.
I don't know what to think. All I know is Ming Toy missing. Canine animals like her don't grow on trees.
Oh, well, you mean because of her, special talent?
Well, now you're getting it, my boy. Yes, because she can talk.
Oh, now, Mr. Gillis, can you honestly say you've heard her speak?
Speak? Why, man, all dogs can speak. But Ming Toy talks.
Just like a human being, I suppose.
Yeah. I see you don't believe me. Well, you just mark yourself over here to this tape recorder.
Oh, Mr. Gillis, if she can talk like you say, it's still going to take me a while to kind of get used to this.
You and the whole country, providing we get her back.
The whole country?
TV, boy.
What?
Television. A new show called The Big Shock. The first one's on tomorrow night. What's the matter? Don't you read the papers? Anyway, they started advertising about 2 weeks ago. Looking for a dog that could say, Happy Hollow Dog Food is yum, yum, yummy.
Happy Hollow Dog Food?
That's the company sponsoring the show.
Go on.
They're going to open their show with the animals saying that slogan, you see. And today I was going to take Ming Toy down there and let her say it and collect the $50,000.
What's $50,000?
The $50,000 they're offering to give for a dog that can say, Happy Hollow Dog Food.
All right, I know.
Yes, well, anyway, when I first heard about this, I remembered Mike Murphy said something to me over a year ago about having a canine in his kennel that could talk some. So I went over there 3 weeks ago, and I bought her.
Was the ad in the paper at that time?
Of course it wasn't.
Well, how did you know it was going to be?
Marion told me.
How did she know?
That dressed dummy she's fixing to marry. The advertising agency he works at, they're the ones that talk the Happy Hollow people into putting on that show.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Well, you see, it's about time.
I also see that you don't exactly approve of Fisher for a son-in-law.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. I don't approve. I don't disapprove of him. If she wants to marry a stuffed shirt, that's her business. You know. Let me play this tape recording for you. You're going to hear the sweetest little voice this side of town.
Ah, now then, me little pet.
You see,
Now sit and ready
we
for the
made
child.
this at Mike Murphy.
All right, girl. Now talk to me. Pretty now. Talk pretty. Hello! Hello, everybody!
Hey, see? She said hello.
That's a dog?
That's canine. Be quiet.
Very good, lad. Now tell me, how are you feeling these fine days? Wait! Million! Yen!
Hey, what happened?
She saw a cat. What do you think?
Oh.
You still doubt she can talk, Nello?
I think I'd like to see it with my own eyes. Have you put an ad in the lost and found columns of the papers?
Of course.
What about the people in this building?
Well, I had Morris. He's the super. Put a note.
Super?
The janitor. They call him supers in the city. So what's the matter? Don't you know anything other? I had to put a notice in each apartment telling them to be on the lookout for her. But so far, nobody said a word. And naturally, they wouldn't because she's not around here. She's been stolen.
Oh, now, look, why would anyone want to steal her? They couldn't put stolen property
Well,
on TV.
maybe it could have been somebody doing it for spite.
Like who?
Yes, like Iron Mike Murphy. That's who. He's been saying nasty things to me, claiming I cheated him out of Mean Toy.
Well, did you?
Of course I did.
Mr. Gillis, is there any other possible way she could have gotten out of this room?
Well, now, there's several... Oh, no.
Huh?
No, it hurts me just to think about it. Oh, dear. That window.
Window?
Yes. Oh, dear.
Was that open yesterday morning?
Yes, it was open. I forgot to close it. Oh, dear.
Well, what's down below there?
Nothing but the East River.
I continued questioning him, making sure he'd given me all the facts. Then, after promising to take him along when I visited Iron Mike Murphy, I said goodnight and left. Expense account item 5, $1.70 for a cab back to my hotel. The next morning, I called Murphy and wangled an invitation to his Long Island home. At exactly 9 o'clock, I was in front of the Gillis apartment.
Hey, mister.
Yeah?
You looking for Mr. Gillis?
No, Mr. Gillis. You seen him?
Sure. When they go out for their breakfast.
Oh, yeah, I see. Do you pick up the trash and garbage from the apartments every morning?
That's my job, senor.
Well, what time do you usually hit this floor?
The same time as now, about 9 o'clock.
Do the Gillises go out for breakfast every morning at this time?
Almost every morning.
What about day before yesterday?
When the little one disappeared, see, it was the same hour.
Uh-huh. Tell me, Morris, do you remember seeing anyone on this floor that morning?
You know one who did not have a business here?
But there was someone?
See.
Near the Gillis apartment?
Where you stand, waiting at the meeting.
Well, who was it, you know?
Oh, no, I don't know his name.
Yeah.
He's such a nice gentleman, and he carried what I know was another present for Mr. Gillis. I told him they were out for their breakfast, and he went away.
You still haven't told me who it was, Morris.
My heavens, senor. Who else would bring Mr. Gillis such a pretty box or such a beautiful gift? Who else but the gentleman she's soon to marry?
Now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Ming Toy Murphy Matter.
People in love usually keep odd hours, so I wasn't surprised that Morris, the janitor, had seen Marion Gillis's fiancée outside the apartment the morning canine, had disappeared. I thanked Morris for his help, went back downstairs to my cab, where I saw the Gillises walking toward me from First Avenue.
Morning, Dollar.
Hi, John.
Morning.
Sorry we're late. Got to gabbing over that second cup of coffee.
Better not let your doctor hear you say that.
No, Marion, be still. Yes, you ready, Dollar?
Ready and waiting, Mr. Gillis.
And then let's go. I got a few things I can't wait to say to Mr. Iron Mike Murphy.
Now, remember, Dad, no excitement.
I'll remember.
Marion,
Yes.
are you going to be busy around noon?
No, I don't think so far.
Just thought we might have lunch together.
21?
Anywhere you like.
Say 12:30?
Perfect. See you then. According to Mr. Gillis, Iron Mike Murphy didn't know that Ming Toy was missing, so it was going to be interesting to see his reactions when we told him. The Murphy home was spread across a couple of acres near Great Neck. The main house was a large two-story brick affair with a tack room, swimming pool, and the kennels behind it. For Iron Mike pursued his hobby of raising Pekingese dogs. We found Murphy at the kennel.
Well, Gillis, you lying, thieving devil.
You hold your tongue, Mike.
What are you doing out here anyway?
I came along to help Mr. Dollar. He doesn't know you like I do, so he wouldn't be able to tell when you're lying like I can.
I suppose you think that's funny. Dollar, you know what this man did to me? He stole a wonderful little dog right out from under me nose.
And you stole her back.
Well, what do you mean by that,
You
man?
know what I mean. The day after you called me on the phone, you saw that ad in the paper. Well, the next day somebody stole Mean Toy. And I'm sure it was you. You shanty Irishman.
Why, you dirty-minded evil old man. I've half a mind to take a horsewhip to you for saying such a thing.
Oh, you deny it, eh?
Of course I deny it. And you say it again, I'll deny it with me fist.
Oh, is that so? Well, I whipped you when you were in the steel mills, and I can whip you now. Look out, fella.
Oh, Mr. Gillis, remember what your daughter said.
Defend yourself, Murphy.
Mr. Gillis.
Bring yourself at me,
Taxi! Taxi! Mr. Gillis, please, Mr. Murphy.
Here I come. Ooh. Justice triumph.
Oh.
Call me names, will
Hey,
you?
driver, over here. When it was over, Mr. Gillis had a black eye and Murphy a bloody nose. Gillis and I went back to town. Kids there $12. That's item 6. After seeing Mr. Gillis safely to his apartment, I went across town to the 21. Marion arrived. We were shown to a table, and I told her as quickly as I could what had happened at the Murphy home.
Johnny, you know Father isn't supposed to get excited.
I know. He knows. And I tried to stop him, but he went...
so upset over losing Ming Toy or anything else. Well, especially something as strenuous as a fight. Well, it might prove to be too much.
Oh, he's all right, believe me.
Well, I'll call him in a few minutes to be sure.
Marion, this morning while I was waiting for you to come back from breakfast, I had a talk with Morris, the super at your apartment.
No?
Yeah, he...
Marion, darling.
Oh,
Darling.
well, I told Bill to join us, Johnny. I hope you don't mind.
No, of course not. Sit down.
No, thanks.
Johnny's been out all morning with Dad.
Oh? Hunting for the dog, huh?
That's right.
Any luck?
I'm not sure.
Excuse us, Bill. But what does Morris have to say, Johnny?
Oh, it wasn't important.
Don't try lying to me, Johnny Dollar. I know you too well. Now, you tell us, what did Morris have to say?
Bill, the morning the dog disappeared, you were at Marion's apartment, weren't you?
Of course he wasn't.
Bill?
Day before yesterday? No.
You sure?
Positive. I was in my office all morning.
What time did you get there? You remember?
Yes, we've been very busy lately getting the big shock ready for the air. It was about 8:45.
Your secretary will swear to that?
Naturally.
Johnny, what's this all...
Excuse me.
Where are you
I'll
going?
make a couple of phone calls. Be right back. I called Bill's office, spoke to his secretary, and of course he had lied. Instead of going back to the table, I took a cab to my hotel, made a couple of more phone calls, and waited. About 40 minutes later, Bill Fisher called and asked me to meet him in a bar near Rockefeller Center.
You like a drink, Johnny?
No, thanks. Not right now.
No? I figured you'd be thirsty. You've been such a busy little boy.
Ah, what do you mean?
You know what I mean. Calling my secretary, then calling the Happy Hollow people to find out whose idea it was to advertise offering $50,000 for a talking dog.
Oh, I wouldn't be ashamed of having that idea if I were you. It's a good one.
Except for one thing. It was meant strictly for the publicity value. Nobody ever heard of a dog that could really talk, so I guaranteed them their $50,000 would be safe.
Go on.
See, it was tough enough getting the Happy Hollow people to put a show on TV in the first place. They really don't have that kind of money. And if they'd had to pay out the $50,000 on top of everything else, well, that would be it. We'd lose their account. I'd lose my job.
Uh-huh. So what did you do with Ming Toy?
Well, naturally, since she could talk, I had to get rid of her. You understand that, don't you?
How did you get into the Gillis apartment?
That was easy. I'd been there the night before. When I left, I slipped the latch so the door wouldn't lock. When they went out to breakfast the next morning, I went in. I was going to put her in that box and carry her out, but she put up such a fuss, I just tossed her out the window.
Into the river?
Yes, Dollar, into the East River. Well, what can I do about it? After all, Ming Toy was only a dog. It wasn't like she was a person. Well, what can I do about it?
I'm not sure. But whatever it is, I hope it's plenty. I left him there and walked down 6th Avenue. When I reached the corner of 51st, I called Marion and asked her to meet me in a little park near her apartment building. Somehow I told her, as simply and directly as I could.
Well, it's kind of funny, isn't it, Johnny?
I don't know. Isn't?
Sure. If I hadn't met Bill, none of this would ever have happened. Dad would still be feeling chipper. I might have been engaged to somebody else. Maybe even a nice guy like you. And why do things like this have to happen?
I don't know, Marion. I just don't know. We were about a block away from her apartment when we heard the ambulance. We watched it turn into 51st Street, then stop. Then we were running.
It's Dad, I know it.
No, you don't know any such thing.
Oh.
All right, folks, all right. Now keep back. Give the men room to work.
Johnny, they're not going into the building.
No, they're doing something out there in the middle of the street. Officer, what's happened?
That sounds like a little girl's caught down there under the street.
Under the street?
Yeah, lady, in the drain pipe that goes down to the river.
Are you sure it's a little girl and not a dog?
You kidding? Dogs can't talk like that.
Like what?
Well, it sounds like she's trying to say something about a dog food being yum, yum, yummy.
Get your father, Marion.
Yes, oh, yes.
Excuse me.
Hey, come back here.
I joined the power and water men who had lifted up a manhole cover and put down a ladder. It didn't take us long under the street, just a couple of minutes. Then we climbed back out again.
Johnny!
Dollar, where is she? Where's my baby?
She's still down there, Mr. Gillis.
You left her. Dollar, she's not.
No, sir, she's fine.
Then why didn't you bring her back?
Well, maybe you better look for yourself, Mr. Gillis.
All right, I'll do just that.
Dad, you can't.
You just try stopping me, won't you? Come on, Dollar. Come on. Candy.
Careful now, Mr. Gillis.
Yes.
Watch your step here.
Don't you worry about me. You just look out for yourself.
Yes, sir, I am.
Dollar. Do you hear? She's saying happy horrid dog food.
Yes, sir.
By George, boy. Here, let me down here. Where is she? Where's my little sweetheart?
This way, Mr. Gillis.
Hello, you little rascal, you. Yummy.
Careful now, Mr. Gillis. She's under this water pipe.
This one I
Yes, sir. You'll have to stoop down to see her.
What's that mooing sound out? She. Well, I'll be jigs with it. Puppies, Dollar.
Yes, sir. 6 of them.
Yes, well, that little rascal. Puppies. So that's why she disappeared, huh? To have her family. Oh, she called me Papa. Papa. Well, you naughty little girl. By golly. Papa. Well, sir, by golly. Well, who'd have thought?
I guess Ming Toy did, sir.
Yes, he must have. Yes, indeed. Oh, Papa. Look, Johnny. I'm a grandfather.
I never did tell Gillis exactly how Ming Toy had been helped out of the apartment. All he knew was that Marion, for reasons of her own, had called off her engagement to Bill. Ming Toy spent a week in bed recovering from her ordeal, and naturally, since Gillis refused to let her appear on TV that night, the $50,000 went unclaimed. And, alas, the long-suffering public has yet to hear the dulcet tones of a talking dog named Ming Toy Murphy. Expense account total, including hotel, incidentals, and transportation back to Hartford, $225.70. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a vessel that was lost at sea suddenly turns up, thanks to the true love of my gay young life. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. Written by Charles Smith, it is produced and directed by Jack Armstrong. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, G. Stanley Jones, Herb Ellis, Joseph Kearns, Jay Novello, Bill James, and Howard McNear. Musical supervision is by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking. From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
George Reed here, Johnny.
Uh-oh. What fantastic character is Floyd's of England insured this time?
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
More singing mice, wayward cats, and how about the counterfeit money problem?
Johnny.
No, let me guess.
John, if you'll just listen to
I
me.
got it. You're in trouble because you've done a switch. You've insured somebody against living instead of the other way around, that it?
Of course not. Though I must admit we do have one policy of that sort in effect.
There, I knew it.
However, that is not the one I called you about.
Okay, George, what is?
We've issued a policy. Well, I guess it is a little unusual at that.
I fear the worst, but go on.
Well, it's on a small brewery over near...
Brewery? You mean a beer factory?
That's right. It's over near the town of Tamaqua, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, I know that country pretty well.
Good. We've insured the Dortmund Brewery against possible damage from a nearby construction project.
Well, you said unusual. What's so unusual about that?
Perhaps you'd better come over here and let me tell you.
Yeah. When you say it that way, I guess I'd better.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, North American Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the JPD matter. Expense account item 1, $1.10, taxi from my apartment to George Reed's office, where he promptly dragged me over to a large map tacked to one of the walls.
Here it is, Johnny, between the towns of Tamaqua and Frackville, Pennsylvania. On a little river that's called Pinxatawney Creek. Old Indian name, I believe.
Uh-huh.
The Dortmund Brewery is just about here.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'll rent a car in New York and drive over there.
Now, wait. By making a couple of train changes, you can get most of the way over there by rail.
Anything to save the company a buck, is that it?
Why not? When that freewheeling expense account of yours gets into operation.
Okay. What's the face value of the policy?
Coverage for the whole plant, $820,000.
Wow-wee. So I'll rent a car in New York.
All right. Now, as I told you, we've insured the Dortmund Brewery against possible damage from the building of a plant right next to it.
What kind of a plant?
Competition. Another brewery.
Oh, I see. Possible malicious damage. Is that what they're thinking of?
That's what JP seems to be worried about.
JP?
JP Dortmund. Owner, manager, president, brewmeister, and anything else you can think of.
Has anything happened yet?
No, but I want you to go there and be sure that nothing does.
Is this JP my contact?
Yes.
Okay, George, I'm on my way. Expense account item 2, $9.35, fare and incidentals, Hartford to New York. Item 3, $50, deposit on a drive-your-own car. Item 4, 50 cents toll through the Holland Tunnel. I cut straight across the top of Jersey, crossed the Delaware at Phillipsburg, and finally pulled into the little town of Tamaqua shortly after 6 p.m. Items 5, 6, and 7, $12.20. For dinner, a place to rest my weary head, and breakfast the next morning. The Dortmund Brewery sat on the western bank of Pinxatawney Creek, about 5 miles out of town, and looked as though it had been sitting there for 1,000 years. It was a small affair, and the old frame buildings were badly in need of a coat of paint. Just north of it rose a towering cliff, and on top of that cliff stood an array of cranes and machines and bulldozers that are used on modern large-scale construction jobs. I parked my car at the entrance of the office building and was greeted at the door by a large, raw-boned woman of about 50 with straggly yellow hair and wearing a faded blue cotton dress that looked as though it hadn't been ironed in years.
Something I can do for you?
Oh, why, I'm looking for Mr. J.P. Dortmund.
Mister. That's a laugh.
Is it? Why?
Because I'm J.P.
What?
That's right. Anything wrong with it?
Well,
Hey, wait a minute. You another of those lawyers from that job up on the cliff come to fancy talk me about not having to worry in the world about what they're doing to me up there?
No.
And how I better mind my own business. What do you mean, no?
My name is Dollar, Johnny Dollar. I'm here on behalf of Floyd's of England.
The insurance company? Well, now, that's different. You come on into my private office, Johnny.
Her private office was furnished with a battered walnut desk, some ancient filing cabinets, and a couple of straight wooden chairs. Nothing else. Hardly the kind of an office you'd expect for the president of a company worth $820,000.
There's nothing fancy about it, Johnny, because there's nothing fancy about any part of my brewery. But that isn't what counts. We've been here ever since my great-great-grandfather built it up. And all we've cared about is making the finest beer in the country. Gretchen? And we do make it, too. Gretchen, can't you hear me out?
Yes, J.P.?
Gretchen, I want you to bring Mr. Dollar a pitcher full and a glass.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, look, I'm afraid I'm not much of a beer man.
You will be when you've tasted this. It's the creek that does it, you know, Pinxatawny Creek. Finest water for beer in the whole United States. That's what makes good beer, you know.
Yes, so I've heard.
That's why that dirty Clarkson Kemper bunch are building up on the cliff to get at that water.
I understand they'll be your competitors.
Ha! All their fancy modern equipment and methods can't produce the brew the way I can. The long, slow, easy way. With all the good old-fashioned apparatus. The old country methods.
Yes, I see.
Why, Johnny, we make our own barley malt. And we grind it by hand. And we come up with a wort that's second to none in the world. The old-type Sparger, too. And the hopjacks. And the finest strain of yeast there is.
Yes, I'm sure that
3 full months we age before we rack a drop. Sure, we take more time and more trouble, but we come up with a better brew. Better than any modern plant can ever make.
Well, then what's your problem?
They're getting ready to blast up on that cliff.
Blast?
A whole big chunk of it away. And when they do, that whole thing will come crashing down here. Thousands of tons of rock.
Well, surely there's some state authority or something to prevent that.
Oh, they've bamboozled the authorities. And your insurance company, too. They'll say it was an accident, a miscalculation. And when that rock comes crashing down here, it'll wreck this whole plant of mine.
Well, you do have insurance, remember?
It'll wreck all my fine old equipment that can never again be replaced because there are no such things anymore.
Well, when's all this blasting supposed to take place?
Who knows? Tonight, tomorrow, next week. Who knows?
That soon?
Yeah. So, Johnny, if there's anything you can do, you'd better do it now. What's insurance money if I have to lose this for it?
Who knows? Maybe she was right suspecting her rivals might try a stunt like that to put her out of business. But it all seemed a little too far-fetched. And yet, when I think of some of the unscrupulous things that have been done to put down competition, maybe she was justified in suspecting this Carlson Kemper crowd of... Yeah, maybe she was.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Massachusetts state flag, bearing a green pine tree, is the descendant of the famous Liberty Tree flag that came out of Boston to serve all the original 13 colonies. It was under the Liberty Tree flag that the Sons of Liberty met and planned the Boston Tea Party, that our floating batteries on the Delaware River defended Philadelphia, and on the Charles River defied Howe's cannons. Beneath the tree is inscribed the state motto, Ensu petit placidum sub libertate quietum. By the sword we seek peace, but peace only under liberty. These words were originally written by the famous English patriot Algernon Sidney about 1659. This was a message intended for King George III. Unhappily, it went unheeded. Massachusetts state flag, the flag of the sixth state to enter the Union, was adopted on March 18th, 1904.
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the JPD matter.
If J.P. Dortmund was right, if there was the least possibility she was right in her suspicion that Carlson Kemper would blast thousands of tons of rock down on a little plant in order to put her out of business, well, there was only one thing to do. I got back into my car and drove by a roundabout way up to the top of the cliff overlooking the Dortmund Brewery. There in the middle of the vast array of heavy construction equipment, giant cranes, trucks, huge cement mixers, and so on, I found the main construction shack. And by a stroke of luck, one of the partners in the proposed new brewery, Mr. James Carlson.
That crazy old lady's being absurd, Mr. Dollar. If you really want the truth, well, I think she'd welcome our smashing that antiquated brewery of hers out of existence.
Is that what you plan to do, Mr. Carlson?
Can you be serious? By blasting a few tons of rock off the face of the cliff into the river?
Or a few thousand tons?
Or a few thousand tons. Won't do that place of hers a bit of harm.
You're sure?
Of course I'm sure. Only thing I'm not sure of is why she stays in business.
What do you mean by that?
Well, she can't be making any money. Methods she uses were out of date in this country 50 years ago. The product's good, sure. But today, you've got to snowball. Did you know, Dollar, that out of the goodness of my heart, I offer to take that crummy plant of hers off her hands?
Or because her location is better down next to the water supply.
Oh, partly, sure. I offered her nearly $500,000 for her spot. 400,000 to be exact. But no dice. She just kept bothering us, trying to get out a lot of injunctions against our building there.
I assume you have the necessary permits for this blasting operation.
A whole drawer full of them. Hey, look at them yourself. At the same time, appreciate the volume of red tape necessary to do anything these days.
But suppose that something should go wrong, that quite by accident, the top of that cliff should drop down on JP's brewery.
Mr. Dollar, it's to obviate any such possibility that I called in one of the foremost blasters in the country, who, purely incidentally, is top man for one of the biggest makers of explosives in the world. You talk to him, Mr. Dollar.
Maybe I will.
Believe me, I can understand why you might not take my word for the safety of the operation we're about to undertake, but certainly you can't question his word.
You say about to undertake. When?
I believe he's planned the big blow-off for tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, come on, I'll take you to him.
We found this expert, Mr. Sidney Crutchfield, in a small, tidy shack set out near the edge of the cliff, working over a series of complicated diagrams with a busy slide rule in his hand. And I must confess, he turned out to be one of the most interesting men I've ever met. Tall, slim, and gray-haired, he had a quiet, easy, yet confident manner that completely belied his hazardous occupation. This was the man who had done the dynamiting for some of the biggest jobs in this country, had moved mountains and rivers in the construction of huge dams, had blasted the way for some of our vast highway networks.
As you can see by the dates on these sheets, I finished planning this blast over 2 weeks ago. But I find that constant checking and rechecking never does any harm.
Mr. Carlson tells me you plan to set off this blast tonight.
Yes. Actually, I shall push the plunger at exactly 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. If Mr. Carlson is ready.
Don't you worry about it, Mr. Crutchfield. We're moving the equipment and the shack's away right now.
Excellent. And at the time of the blast, no one is to be here but me.
That's what your contract says.
And that's the way it must be.
For safety, Mr. Crutchfield?
Well, call it a fetish of mine.
Uh-huh. And there'll be no damage to the brewery plant down below?
I'll stake my reputation on it. Come, Mr. Dollar. If you like, I'll show you how I've made the sets for this blast.
We spent the rest of the day inspecting every tunnel, shaft, and drill hole into which the explosives had been packed and fused. And the artistry of this man was evident from the word go. By 6 p.m., all the machines and shacks and equipment had been moved back from the edge of the cliff that was to be blown off. The place was deserted, except for Mr. Crutchfield and me.
And now, you must get into your car and leave, Mr. Dollar.
But if there's no danger...
Please. I prefer it this way. Surely you're not still concerned about the blast?
To be honest about it, no. Not one bit. And I wasn't, at the moment. Yeah, this amazing man simply couldn't do anything wrong. I would have staked my life on it. But by the time I'd driven the long, curving road to the Dortmund Brewery below, had found the place not only deserted, but completely shut down, a funny little hunch began to grow in the back of my head. Even the office building was dark as far as I could see. With the help of a business card, I slipped the lock on the front door. And then I saw the thin streak of light under the door of JP's private office. I thought I heard something in there. The office was a shambles. Account books and papers scattered all over the place. A couple of cartons. The drawers of the crusty old files were open and, for the most part, empty. Somebody had been hastily packing and removing all the important papers. But why?
I'm sorry, Johnny.
Oh, what?
Sorry. Oh. And you seemed like such a nice boy.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Anyone who has survived the rigors of basic training is familiar with a great variety of milk that is dished out periodically in the armed forces. Now, there's frozen milk, concentrated milk, frozen concentrate, and good old powdered milk. But sometimes supplying wholesome, fresh, real milk has been a problem when servicemen have been stationed in out-of-the-way places. The United States Air Force came across that problem some time ago in the island of Terceira in the Azores, those Portuguese islands that dot an eastern portion of the Atlantic Ocean. The air base there was considered powdered milk country for a long time. Although cattle have played an important role in the economy of the island of Terceira, the herd was badly inbred and milk production was very low. Modern milk processing was not a part of the picture. And with the help of Portuguese veterinarians, the men in the United States Air Force unit worked out a free breeding service by using a small herd of milk cows acquired in England and the cattle there at Terceira improved. Then, a complete pasteurizing, homogenizing, sterilizing, bottling, refrigeration plant was flown in from the United States. As soon as this activity got underway, milk production began to climb steadily, and thirsty Air Force men and civilians were soon buying and drinking the new fresh milk. When economy of the island began to rise rapidly, the people were happy and grateful. You might say that a little milk of human kindness increased understanding on an island of freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the JPD matter.
When I came to in the office of the Dortmund Brewery, my head felt as though it had been split wide open. The sash weight that had been used on it lay beside me. But why had J.P. struck me down from behind the door where she'd been waiting for me? And why, before that, had she been hastily packing a lot of business papers, bills, and so on to take away? A couple of them still lay under me where I'd fallen. It was several minutes before I found strength enough to roll over and try to push myself to my feet. As I did so, I saw two things. One was a bill she'd overlooked in her haste to get away. A bill from Frankline Powder Company addressed to her personally. A bill for 21 cases of dynamite and some other explosives. The other was my watch. I'd been out for hours, too many hours. For according to my watch, it was 1:52 a.m., exactly 8 minutes before the tremendous dynamite blast on the cliff above was to be set off. And suddenly I knew where, somehow, by her plan, those thousands of tons of rock would land, and not harmlessly in the river below. And I knew why J.P. had left me here, so I'd be crushed by them. Come on. Oh, please, come on. Hello. Oh, please, hello. Operator, this is emergency.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look now, I'm calling from Dortmund Brewery. It's between...
Yes, I know where it is, sir.
There's a big construction. Carlson Kemper, that's the name.
Well, sir,
up on the cliff above this
sir,
brewery here.
I'm sorry, but those lines were disconnected late this afternoon.
What? But look, surely there's some way to... Operator.
I'm sorry, sir, but there's no way to ring them.
Oh, no. Oh, I've got to get out. I just got to get out of here. Somehow I got to get out there and get it. Oh, no. Please. I got to get in. I got to get in. My head, I can't. Hey, stop!
Who's that? What are you
Crutchfield! Stop!
Dollar,
Don't!
what are you doing here?
Don't do it!
I thought I told you.
Don't push that plunger!
I'm sorry,
Don't set
Mr.
off that
Dollar.
blast!
That's
no!
exactly what I'm going to do right now.
No, you're not. No.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar. You have no right to interfere.
You
now stand back.
hear what I said.
Dollar, put down that gun.
You touch that plunger, and so help me, I'll pull this trigger.
Now, wait a minute. Dollar, Dollar, what's the matter with you?
Oh,
What's happened to you, man?
Oh.
Good heavens, man.
I guess it was just luck that I was still hanging on to that bill for the dynamite that I'd found. I guess it was luck that made Crutchfield grab it when he tried to keep me from falling. Made him look at it carefully by the light of his flashlight. But it was his good sense that kept him from going ahead and setting off that charge. When daylight came, he found the spot on the face of the cliff where J.P. had another charge planted. It was set to go off by concussion from the blast that Crutchfield had set. It would have diverted the rock from Crutchfield's blast to smack dab on top of her little beer factory. Nobody would ever have known who'd really done it. And J.P. would have collected $820,000 insurance for it. Incidentally, when the police caught up with her, which wasn't hard, they also found the book she'd taken from her office. Yeah, J.P. Dortmund was broke. Stony. Expense account total, including a handful of doctor bills for my aching head and all the incidentals I could think of, $204.80. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. The origin of Hawaii's state flag has been the subject of much debate. It is now believed that it was the work of foreign advisors to King Kamehameha. Legend also has it that it was designed at the request of King Kamehameha by George Beckley, an English sea captain. The flag consists of 8 horizontal and alternating stripes of white, red, and blue, representing the 8 major islands in the chain. Also represented is the British Union Jack, a reminder of Captain Vancouver, who on his voyage around the world in 1794 gave King Kamehameha a British flag and the promise of British protection. The Union Jack is also a reminder of Captain James Cook, who discovered the Hawaiian Islands in 1778. Hawaii's state flag, the flag of the 50th state to enter the Union, was adopted in 1845. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the ideal vacation matter. But believe me, it turns out to be neither ideal nor a vacation. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Eleanor Audley, Gene Bates, G. Stanley Jones, Alan Reed, and Austin Green. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cumberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Earl Foreman, Johnny, down in Sarasota.
Don't tell me, Earl.
Huh?
The Florida weather's finally behaving itself. The water in the Gulf is warmed up, so I'll grab my fishing clothes, tackle box, couple of rods and reels.
Maybe you better grab your Levi's, boots, and saddle and a couple of 6 guns instead.
Huh? What is this, a Western?
It may be an Eastern Western before we're through. Listen, Florida is the leading cattle state here in the Deep South.
I had heard something to that effect.
Okay. The freezing weather a short while back hit some of the ranchers pretty hard.
To say nothing of the tourist trade.
Right. Ordinarily, the year-round pasturage makes it unnecessary to lay up a lot of hay and feed for the winter.
That figures.
But this year, thanks to the freeze, the cattle were so weakened by malnutrition and then sloshing around in soggy pasture land that, well, at least a couple of 100,000 of them have died.
Well, what's your problem, Earl? Outside of the high cost of steak.
A rancher's just hit me with a big fat claim.
Oh, how much?
$78,750. Says that he lost his entire herd.
Well, I knew a lot of them had lost quite a few. But the entire herd?
Yeah. You coming?
I sure am.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-State Life and Casualty Company, Sarasota, Florida office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Eastern Western matter. Expense account item 1, 9480, plane fare and incidentals, Hartford, Connecticut to Sarasota. As I expected, Earl Poorman met me at the airport. We headed north on Route 41. 13 miles later at Bradenton, we turned east on 64 after grabbing a late lunch. That's item 2, 575. Then, still traveling eastward, we crossed the Kissimmee River onto a narrow, unimproved road into the swampland. And it struck me that what should have been lush green vegetation in this low, damp country was brown and lifeless.
That's what the cold weather did, Johnny. All that grass, that good pasture froze and rotted away.
No wonder the cattle haven't been eating well. But didn't I read somewhere they were fed the ruined orange crops?
Yes, but that still didn't save a lot of the herds.
Losses have been pretty heavy, huh?
Yeah, but as I told you over the phone, Trimble is the only one I know of who lost all his steers.
That the one who's made the insurance claim?
Yeah, Bart Trimble. His fence starts at the next turn in the road.
Have you had many claims, Earl?
Oh, a few, a month or so ago. Small ones. Not many of these people insure their herds. There. That's where Trimble's place starts. You see it?
I saw it all right. Hundreds of acres of wet, brown, dead-looking pasture land. I also saw the steers, hundreds of them, their carcasses lying there rotting in the sun. Or what was left of them. The buzzards had done well.
525 head, Johnny.
But surely some of them must have survived.
Not according to the claim I received. That's why I called you immediately.
Earl, you said the other claims were filed a month or so ago.
I hoped you'd catch that.
Why did Trimble wait so long?
That's another reason I called you.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Here's his gate. Let's see what he has to say.
The Trimble place was unexpectedly new and tidy looking. The main house was a concrete block affair, all white with a slab roof. Behind it was a barn and a corral. The stack of bale hay was obviously for the horses and hardly big enough to feed a herd of steers. A few chickens pecked around here and there.
Coming.
The woman who opened the door was about 40, tall and nice looking, well made up, almost out of place on a cattle ranch.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Foreman, how are you?
And her voice was soft, gentle, pleasant.
How do, Mrs. Trimble?
It's nice to see you, Mr. Foreman. Won't you come in?
I hear you say Foreman, Betty?
Yes, Bart, and he has a friend with him.
Well, I won't kid you, Mr. Foreman. I'm glad to see you. Howdy. I hope you brought me a nice big insurance check.
This is Johnny Dollar, Mr. and Mrs. Trimble. He's with our company.
Well, how do you do, Mr. Dollar? Won't you please come in?
Thank you.
Dollar. I think I've heard of you.
Oh?
Sit down, won't you? Supper will be ready in a little while, and of course you're going to stay, aren't you?
Johnny Dollar.
Well, now, that depends.
Now, of course you'll stay.
I really should get back to Sarasota tonight. My wife...
Yeah, wait a minute. How I know you're the insurance investigator.
That's right.
And what's he doing here, Pullman? What's there to investigate? Are you maybe trying to say I killed off the herd myself to collect the insurance money?
I said nothing of the sort.
Then what's to investigate?
I told you.
I don't like this, and I'm telling you right to your face.
Now, Bart, you shouldn't talk like that.
Well, it's the truth. Just what do you think you're going to do around here, Dollar?
Bart, please.
Well, that depends, Mr. Trimble.
Does he have to say it's okay, Pullman, before you can pay my claim?
Yes, he does.
Well, believe me, if I'd known this was the kind of outfit I was dealing with, paying premiums to... Okay. All right, poke around as much as you want. Stay around as long as you like. We'll bed you down, we'll feed you, we'll show you what kind of people we are. Just don't get in my way. I've got a lot of work to do. And don't tell me I'm a crook.
Now, let's be reasonable about this.
Me? I'm being reasonable. You're the one that... what do you want, Shorty?
Well, you told me to tell you, boss.
Tell me what?
A truck has come to pick up them hides.
And help them load them on the truck. Go ahead.
You're selling the hides from those animals?
I will.
Sure. Why not? Oh, we could salvage, that is. Anything wrong with that?
Nothing at all.
All right. You want horses to snoop around? Help yourself. Saddles are in the barn. But just stay out of my way. Come on, Shorty. Let's get out where the air's nice and clean.
Sure, boss.
I'm sorry. But Bart's been so upset over losing all those steers.
Well, of course, we can't blame him for that.
He's been working so hard, trying to save some of the hides and sell the carcasses for fertilizer.
Yes, I know.
But with so many ranchers trying to do the same thing.
Why did he wait so long before filing his claim, Mrs. Trimble?
Well, because he's been so busy and because he hoped he could salvage something from the herd, I guess.
Or because this lapse of time has given the bodies a chance to decompose?
What?
Has given the buzzards and other scavengers a chance to remove any evidence that maybe those steers were deliberately...
Oh, no. Oh, surely you don't think for a minute that my husband would...
Where can I find the nearest veterinarian?
Well, the vet we use is up in Kissimmee.
Okay.
But Mr. Dollar, you don't... Well, you can't possibly think...
I'll let you know what I think. After a good cow doctor has a look at those animals.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli is an exciting beginning to a stirring song. It is an historic salutation to the efforts of a valiant group of fighting men. Why is their history glorious? What spurred them on? Patriotism and desire for excitement are sometimes given for reasons, but these are not the answers. The answer is, these were men of vision, men who understood our country's needs. Respect, honor, and prestige are things that go hand in hand with a country's greatness. Major Smedley D. Butler recognized this in the year 1915. At that time, our diplomatic negotiations with Haiti were disrupted by Coco bandits who perilously affected the lives of some United States citizens in Haiti. A contingent of Marines under the command of Major Butler was sent in to bring the bandits under control. Though they were holed up in Fort Liberté, Major Butler found an opening in the wall and led a terrifying charge through the breach that resulted in very dangerous hand-to-hand combat for himself and his men. Amid a furious onslaught of Coco bandits and a hail of enemy bullets, Major Butler succeeded in overcoming the resistance and creating a peaceful atmosphere. His grateful country awarded him the Medal of Honor for bravery, forceful leadership, and action above and beyond the call of duty. The second time he was awarded this high honor. Major Smedley Butler had a code of conduct born of years of devotion and service to the United States of America.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Eastern-Western matter.
At dinner that night, Bert Trimble had changed his tune, was very apologetic. Almost too much so, and too nice.
I didn't mean it, Mr. Dollar, what I said before. At least, not the way I said it. But this whole thing has hit me pretty hard. Losing over 500 steers and a handful of calves.
I told you, Bart, when they all went so quickly that night, you should have been suspicious.
What night, Mrs. Trimble?
Well, it was the last big freeze.
Yes, I got back here late. I'd been up to Lake Wales trying to beg some feed. No luck. Then it blew up cold. By the time I got back here, got the hands rounded up.
How many, Mr. Trimble?
Well, there were 5 of us, including Shorty Skinner.
I've seen that Shorty somewhere before.
Oh?
Well, anyhow, when we got to them, the cattle were all bunched up at the north fence. We thought we'd drive the strong ones back here, where they'd have some shelter, and we could give them the hay we keep for the horses. But they wouldn't move. Most of them couldn't move. And it was dark, and the freezing wind was cutting across the swamp. So all we could do was come back here and pray. Next morning, they were dead. All of them. I've put everything I had into this ranch. Every penny I saved from my factory work up north, Betty's money from nursing, even cashed in my own life insurance policy. and now they're gone. So if I got a little nasty, well, I guess a man can take only so much.
It's been awfully hard for Bart these past 3 years. And then just when things were going good.
Your hands bunk out in that building beside the barn, huh?
Only Shorty skinned out all the steers we could. The other boys left. I still owe Shorty some wages.
I'm going to ask a pretty blunt question, and I want an honest answer.
Huh?
Had you ever thought of giving up, going somewhere else?
Sure, lots of times. For Betty's sake, too. Even thought of going out to California.
I see.
She has relatives out there, all doing fine. They've kept after us to go out there and crop farm with them. Maybe I should have.
But we stayed, didn't we, dear?
Yes, I wouldn't give up. Even Betty reconciled herself to sticking it out.
If only we'd known that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
We talked on for a couple of hours, but got nowhere, and finally Earl and I plunked into our beds in the guest room. Mine was beside the open window. Now, when Earl Poorman sleeps, he's dead to the world, but he snores mightily. So after throwing a couple of shoes at him, I gave up and managed to drop off with a pillow wrapped around my head. That was a mistake, an almost deadly mistake.
Johnny, wake up. Johnny, you hear me? Johnny!
What?
Wake up! Oh, my head. Stand up. I'll help you. Breathe deeply. Can't you smell it?
What are you talking?
Deep breath. Come on.
What are the... It's chloroform.
Yeah, on your pillow.
Holy hell.
I threw it out the window, your pillow. It was saturated with chloroform.
Give me a hand, Earl. I'm dizzy.
Oh, somebody came in that window. The pillow was over your head.
You see him?
No, but Johnny...
Oh, let me sit down again.
Yeah. Here, by the window. Now breathe deeply.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled out of bed in my sleep, that narrow bed, or I'd never have wakened. I heard the door slam, then I smelled it.
But who?
Johnny, I knew I'd seen that Shorty Skinner somewhere.
Yeah?
It was on a road gang over near Sarasota, a prison gang.
You sure?
I was driving my brand new Cad. As I passed him and the rest of that glowering bunch, he let fly with a handful of mud. Now, if you ask me, he's the one who came in here and tried to chloroform.
But why?
That's what I'm going to find out right now.
No, wait. I'll be feeling okay in a minute. Let me handle it. By the time I was able to navigate and get dressed, Mrs. Trimble called us for breakfast. To say the Trimbles were upset over what had happened to me would be an understatement. Breakfast waited while we all went out to the bunkhouse. Shorty was gone.
Took what little he owned with him, too.
Has either of you any idea why he'd attacked me?
Good heavens, no. But I never did really trust that man. He was such a sneaky-looking... like a little rat.
Yet he was the only one who stayed when I couldn't keep their wages up to date.
Where would he ever get hold of chloroform?
That's the part I don't understand.
From the locker, dear. Back in the barn.
Huh?
You know, the stuff we got to put that old sick mare out of the way.
Oh, yes, of course.
I think why Shorty did this is pretty obvious, Johnny.
Yeah?
He was afraid you'd find out what and who killed off this herd.
Bart, look.
Here, Betty.
The note on top of this bunk.
Here, let me see it.
What's it say, Johnny?
I'm tired working for no pay. I will leave you know where to send my pay when you collect on that there insurance. Shorty.
Shorty Skinner.
The crazy fool. Wanted his money. He knew I had none, but I could collect plenty on the insurance if he poisoned my herd.
Oh, was it poison, Trimble?
What?
You didn't seem to think so before, but now that you have somebody to pin it on...
No.
Now you seem pretty sure of it.
It's $1.
No, Johnny, it must have been Shorty.
Maybe not. When the vet arrives, if he decides the herd was poisoned, okay, we'll take it from there.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Wyoming's state flag pays homage to the monarch of the Great Plains, the bison, or buffalo as we call him. Set over the bison is the Great Seal of Wyoming, almost as a brand. The red on the flag's border represents the Indians who knew and loved the country long before white settlers arrived. It also represents the red blood of the pioneers who gave their lives in reclaiming the soil. The red, white, and blue border of the flag indicates Wyoming's oneness with the Union. Wyoming's state flag, the flag of the 44th state to enter the Union, was adopted on January 31st, 1917.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Eastern-Western Matter.
The veterinarian arrived from Kissimmee. He, Bart Trimble, Earl Foreman, and I rode out on horseback to inspect the dead cattle. As I had anticipated, the vet made it plain that the bodies were too far decomposed for him to tell anything. Until, that is, he noticed a pale purplish line around the inside edge of a watering trough at a far corner of the fence.
Whoever used it didn't realize that it'd leave this telltale ring around the trough.
Used what, Doctor?
Well, let me scrape off a little, make sure.
You think it's a poison, Doc?
If I can taste it without getting enough to hurt me. Ooh.
Well?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Phenotic acid. That's what killed the herd? Yeah, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
That's not a very well-known poison, Doctor.
I know. It's used almost entirely in laboratory experimentation. I remember it well from my college days.
But out here?
Who did this to me? Who did it?
You don't know?
Shorty.
Who else?
Mr. Dollar.
Look, I'm going back to the ranch house to a telephone. I'll see you when you get back there. I called the state police to get out on all points on Shorty Skinner. Then I started on the police in the neighboring towns. The second call to headquarters at Lake Wales got me unexpected results.
Sure, we got him right here in the clink, sir.
Oh? Well, what are you holding him on?
Just vagrancy, no visible means of support. Found him sleeping on a bench in the park about 9:30 last night, so we hauled him in, let him put his X on a police blotter.
His what?
His X, you know.
I certainly do. Thanks very much. The others hadn't got back from the pasture yet. Mrs. Trimble was in the kitchen making lunch. Quietly as possible, I sneaked into their bedroom. Carefully hidden in a desk, I found a lot of letters from the relatives in California. Letters urging that they give up the ranch, do something, anything, to get the money out of it and move to California. Those letters were addressed to only one of the Trimbles. They were addressed to... And then I saw it, neatly framed on the wall, a diploma. A diploma from the famous Lippenwall School of...
Why, Mr. Dollar, what are you doing?
Mrs. Trimble, I found out that Shorty Skinner has served time.
Shorty?
At least to the extent of working on a road gang. What for, I don't know.
Then he is a criminal. Then there's no question about who poisoned the herd.
Oh? You know about the vet's findings? That they were poisoned?
Well, no. No, but I thought it was understood.
A lot of things have been understood. Wrong things. Did Shorty give you a home address when he came to work here?
Yes. Yes, he did. Do you think he'd go there after what
I'd like
he's
to
done?
see it, please.
Well, it's here in this top drawer. Yes, here.
That's not his writing.
No, that's mine.
You see, Shorty can't write.
Oh?
So he couldn't have written this note you found in his bunk.
But who...
But look at it. Doesn't that curlicue on the letter T look like the one here when you wrote his address? And how about this capital I?
Good heavens, Mr. Dollar.
Friends who wanted you to go to California, and you wanted to go.
Of course.
But as Bart told us, you reconciled yourself to staying here, apparently.
I did. I did stay here, even though I wasn't happy.
Then the big freeze gave you a chance to kill off the herd, collect a lot of insurance money, and get away with it. You thought.
Mr. Dollar, how dare
The method?
you?
A little-known poison you'd learned about back in the Lippenwall School of Nursing.
No.
But you hadn't expected me here to investigate, so you had to get rid of me. How? As a nurse, you knew all about chloroform.
Look, Mr. Dollar...
It was a natural, with me sleeping with my head on the pillow, and you knew that Earl was a sound sleeper. He's been here before. And who'd get blamed? Shorty, because he'd left. Only Shorty had left long before that.
What?
He was picked up in Lake Wales at 9:30 last night.
What? Well, then, no, listen.
You killed the herd. You tried to kill me.
Is that true, Betty?
Bart?
Tell me. Is it?
Yes. Yes, it's true. You know how I hated this place. This horrible, miserable cattle ranch. This living out in this godforsaken wilderness.
Betty.
Well, you wouldn't do anything about it, so I did.
Oh, good Lord.
But I failed. But I failed.
Item 3, $50 to a lawyer at the county seat who took my deposition. It'll be used in the trial of Betty Trimble. As for Bart Trimble, well, I'm sorry for him. Expense account total, including transportation back to Hartford, $207 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
It doesn't take a war to make a hero, nor does it take a situation filled with an onslaught of deadly enemy gunfire, bombs, and mortars. It takes a man to make a hero, and a man's qualities of greatness are based on his code of conduct. It serves him in peace as well as war. In August 1916, when the United States was still at peace with the rest of the world, part of our fleet was anchored off Santo Domingo City. The USS Memphis was in danger of total destruction from a hurricane. Only the efficient operation of the engines and boilers could get her out of the critical area. Lieutenant Claude A. Jones was senior engineering officer aboard. In rapid succession, boilers and steam pipes began bursting about him, scalding him with clouds of steam. Thousands of tons of water came down on him. In complete darkness, Lieutenant Jones nobly remained at his post as long as the engines would turn over. His supreme, unselfish heroism inspired the men with him. When the boilers exploded, Jones, with 2 men, rushed into the fire rooms and rescued the men trapped there. In the face of death by drowning, burning, or suffocation from the scalding steam, Lieutenant Claude Jones performed a heroic feat because he felt it was his duty to do what he did. He earned the Medal of Honor because he had a code of conduct that served him well.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, 1 honest woman, 2 honest men. Yet $100,000 was gone. Fact. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Vic Perrin, Jack Moyles, Marvin Miller, and Herb Vigran. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Fred Wills of Surety Mutual Limited, Johnny.
Oh, hi, Fred. What's on your mind?
At the moment, San Francisco.
Oh, nice town to have on your mind. What's new out there?
That's what I hope you're going to tell me.
What do you mean?
Johnny, there's an importer out there named Andrew Foreman. We're carrying a $50,000 policy on his life.
So?
So have you ever heard of an importer getting exported?
I don't get you, Fred.
I'm afraid that's what's happened to Foreman. Last night he disappeared.
I'm on my way.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Surety Mutual Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Blinker matter. Expense account item 1, $178.50, transportation and incidentals to San Francisco. On the flight out, I studied the dope Fred Wills had sent me. Andrew Foreman, age 51. Occupation, importer. Health, good. Judging from the hefty premium he had to pay, his importing business must be okay. Wife, Marcia Foreman, age 35. 16 years younger than her husband. And Marcia was the sole beneficiary. My plane landed about 8 in the morning. An hour later, I was at the Foreman's apartment. It was spacious, modern, with a lot of glass and the kind of view of the bay that you had to pay plenty for. Yeah, there was money written all over the place, and Marcia Foreman looked right at home.
I'm just having coffee on the terrace, Mr. Dollar. Won't you join me?
Oh, thanks. I could use some.
Out here.
Oh, you sure got a beautiful view here.
Yes. I never get tired of watching the bay, the ships. There's always something going on. Oh, here you are.
Thanks.
What is it, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, I'm just looking up the bay.
Alcatraz?
Yeah.
Such a grim-looking place.
Yeah, it's a real exclusive club. But I managed to get a couple of new members into it.
I don't think I care for the kind of job you have, Mr. Dollar. Trouble wherever you go.
Suppose we talk about your troubles.
All right. I told the police all I know when I filled out the missing persons report. But I'll go over it again for you.
If you don't mind. Your husband disappeared the night before last.
Yes, that's right.
What time?
I'm not sure.
Oh?
Around 9 o'clock that night, somebody came to see him. A strange sort of man.
How do you mean strange?
Well, he was dressed in rough clothes, a seaman's jacket. He said he was an old friend of my husband's.
Did he give you his name, Mrs. Foreman?
Only Blinker.
Blinker?
Yes, he said that's what everybody called him. I guess because he kept blinking his eyes very rapidly.
I see.
Well, I showed this Blinker person into the den where my husband was and left the two of them together.
Uh-huh.
A few minutes later, my husband came out and told me he was going to drive Blinker downtown and find him a hotel room. So I went to bed. I was tired and went right to sleep.
And?
Well, my husband and I have adjoining bedrooms. When I went in to call him yesterday morning, he was gone. The bed, it hadn't been slept in. I called his office thinking he might have decided to work late, but they hadn't seen him.
Then you called the police?
Yes.
Mrs. Foreman, had your husband ever mentioned this man Blinker before?
No, I'm quite certain he hadn't.
Can you describe him?
Well, he wasn't above medium height. Age, maybe in the 40s. A scar on his right cheek, a thin nose, and dark, rather beady eyes. I'm afraid that's the best I can do.
Well, considering that you only got a brief look at him, I'd say that was a pretty complete description.
Mr. Dollar, do you think this person Blinker could have done anything to my husband?
I don't know, but I'm sure the police are looking for him. Just one more question, Mrs. Foreman. Suppose Blinker had nothing to do with your husband's disappearance.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Oh, well, what I mean is, can you think of any reason at all, why your husband might want to disappear?
No, Mr. Dollar. Absolutely not.
Marcia Foreman sounded pretty certain of that last answer. Maybe just a little bit too certain. Expense account item 2, $1.80 cab fare to the office of an old friend of mine, Detective Lieutenant Scapella.
Jono, if Foreman took this character Blinker to a hotel, it's no hotel we ever heard of. We've covered them all.
You think Blinker could have killed Foreman?
It's a possibility.
What's another?
Maybe there is no Blinker.
Yeah, Scapella, I thought about that, too.
Jono, didn't it hit you there was something strange about Mrs. Foreman's story? She said she let Blinker in the apartment. She showed him to the den. Now, she could have only seen him a couple of minutes.
Yet she rattled off a complete description of him.
Yep.
Sure is to me, Scapella, right between the eyes. And the way she described it.
Yeah, I know. Seaman's jacket, beady, blinking eyes, scar on the right cheek. Oh, he sounds real distinctive.
Real distinctive. Or real faked.
Well, the trouble is, smelling a fake's one thing. Proving it's another. What have we got for a motive?
For one thing, $50,000. She was Foreman's sole beneficiary.
It's interesting. That's real interesting. Excuse me, gentlemen. Capella. Oh? Oh, yes. What? I see. Yes, okay. Yes. All right, thanks, Mr. Arnold. John, it looks like we better back up and start all over.
What do you mean?
That was Wayne Arnold. That's Foreman's attorney. He had a telephone call this morning.
From Foreman?
No, but from somebody just as interesting.
Blinker.
Yeah, Blinker.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Blinker matter.
Like Scapella said, we had to back up and start all over again. Just when we talked ourselves into thinking Marcia Foreman's story about Blinker was phony, her missing husband's lawyer phoned and told us he'd just heard from Blinker. Item 3, $1.70, cab fare to the office of Wayne Arnold, Foreman's attorney. I met him just coming out his door.
Did you wish to see me?
Mr. Arnold?
Yes.
I'm Johnny Dollar.
Oh, yes, the insurance investigator. Mrs. Foreman told me you'd been questioning her. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm in rather a hurry. I have an appointment, and I'm late for it.
Sorry, but this will only take a minute or two. I was in Lieutenant Scapella's office when you phoned a while ago about this man Blinker, Mr. Arnold.
Oh, yes.
When did you hear from him?
Just a little while ago. I called Marcia Foreman right away, and she thought I ought to call Scapella.
What did Blinker say on the phone?
It was a strange conversation. He sounded nervous, excited, almost out of breath. Said he wanted money, $10,000. If he didn't get it, he'd... And that's as far as he got. He stopped suddenly, said he'd contact me later, then hung up. What do you make of it, Mr. Dollar?
I don't know. Could be he's holding Foreman for ransom.
That's what it sounded like to me.
I take it you don't know this Blinker.
I never heard of him until Marcia told me about him showing up night before last.
Okay. Just one more thing, Mr. Arnold. How long have you been Foreman's attorney?
3, 4 years. Why?
Any reason you know of why he might want to disappear?
None that I can think of.
Another woman, maybe?
I doubt it very much.
How about his importing business?
As far as I know, it's in excellent shape.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Arnold.
Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
This man Blinker, why would he have it in for Andrew Foreman?
Good question, Arnold. Sorry I don't have an answer to it. I went down the elevator and outside. I stopped at the corner to get some cigarettes, and that was my first lucky break. Because just as I was leaving the counter, I saw Arnold come outside. And the way he looked up and down the street made it plain he wanted to see if anybody was watching him. He got into his car and drove off. I grabbed a taxi, that's item 4, and trailed him. He drove into Golden Gate Park and stopped. I got out down the road and worked my way toward him behind some bushes. Pretty soon, a woman came over and got into his car. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I didn't need to. Because when I saw the kiss, I got the message. The woman was Marcia Foreman. I went back into town and waited for Marcia outside her apartment door. She showed up about half an hour later.
Why, Mr. Dollar. What is it? Is something wrong?
Yeah, something's real wrong, Mrs. Foreman. I want to talk to you.
All right. Come in. But I've already told you all I know.
The story you told me about this man, Blinker, there's no such person, is there?
What?
You and Arnold made it up.
No, that's not true.
What about you and Arnold, Mrs. Foreman?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then tell me, did you enjoy your visit with him in Golden Gate Park an hour ago?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Mr. Dollar. Wayne Arnold and I have... Well, we've been in love for some time.
Did your husband know?
I'm not sure. We were trying to find the right time to tell him. I don't think he'd really have cared very much.
Oh.
My husband and I haven't gotten along very well the last year or two. I guess I really didn't know him when I married him. Mr. Dollar, this has nothing to do with my husband's disappearance. You must believe that.
That's so.
I didn't make up the story about Blinker. I didn't kill my husband, if that's what you're thinking.
Has he been killed?
I don't know. You've got me confused.
If you didn't do it, how about Arnold?
No. He'd have no reason. Besides, he wasn't even in town the night before last.
I can check that.
I know you can.
Mrs. Foreman, maybe you're telling me the truth, and maybe you're not. Sooner or later, I'm going to find out which.
I am telling you the truth.
Then can you give me any reason at all why your husband has disappeared?
There's one possibility, Mr. Dollar. It might have something to do with his importing business.
What's that mean?
My husband, well, he seems to have made a lot of money out of his importing business. More than the kind of thing he usually imports would warrant.
What does he import?
Oh, trinkets, curios. From the Orient, mostly.
Have you a key to your husband's office?
Yes.
Let me have it. I want to take a look around. I went over the papers in Foreman's office and found out his last shipment had come in 3 days ago on the Indian Princess. Mrs. Foreman had said Blinker was wearing a seaman's jacket. I headed for the waterfront, but the ship was gone. Near the pier was a beat-up eating place called Gus's Cafe. A woman with an apron came over. She was about 6 feet tall and almost that wide.
What can I do for you, buddy?
I want to talk to the owner, Gus.
That's me.
You're Gus?
Short for Gussie. What's on your mind, buddy?
Johnny Dollar. I want some information.
You a cop, buddy?
No, I'm not a cop.
You look like a cop.
Now listen, that freighter that shoved off from this pier, the Indian Princess.
Docks there regular.
You know any of the sailors from her?
Just about all of them. They all come in here.
Hey, look, Gussie.
Gus.
Okay, Gus. You ever happen to hear of a sailor named Blinker?
Sure.
You know him?
Sure.
About medium height, scar on the right cheek, blinks his eyes all the time?
I said I know him. What do you want, an affidavit?
Oh, Gussie, you're the most beautiful thing that's happened to me all day.
That's what they all tell me, buddy. But flattery don't get 'em a thing. Might help you, though. You're kind of cute.
Yeah. Look, did Blinker sail on the Indian Princess?
Nope.
Then where is he?
Fact is, I don't know. Blinker's disappeared.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Blinker Matter.
Then you don't have any idea where Blinker is now, Gus?
Not the slightest, buddy.
Oh, great. Then I'm right back where I started from.
Blinker was mixed up in something, all right.
What do you mean?
The Indian Princess docked the other night. Blinker come in here for a cup of coffee. That's one thing the sailors around here all miss when they're out to sea. My coffee. There's no one makes coffee like me. Why, there's nobody on the whole coast.
Yeah, I know. About Blinker now.
Well, he seemed pretty pleased with himself. Said he was onto something good.
Did he say what he meant by that?
No. Just sat there looking pleased with himself. Oh, yeah. He showed me the elephant. Said it was going to make him a lot of money.
What elephant?
He had a carved elephant about 6 inches high. Must have picked it up somewhere. Maybe he was going to sell it. I don't know.
Foreman imported curios from the Orient. His last shipment came in on the Indian Princess. That elephant could have been part of it.
Foreman? Who's he?
Never mind. Well, I wonder where I go from here.
I wonder what I'm going to do with all Blinker's stuff if he don't show up for it.
Maybe I'm... What did you say about Blinker's stuff? What stuff?
I got a back room where I let the boys keep their gear when they're ashore.
You've got Blinker's things there now?
Sure have.
Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked me.
In the back room, I went through Blinker's sea bag. Near the bottom, I found a carved elephant. An ordinary-looking elephant, until I twisted one of the legs loose. It was hollow, and inside a little paper packet full of white powder. Suddenly, the whole deal slid into place, and just as suddenly, the whole deal made me slightly sick. Now I wanted to see the rest of those elephants real bad. According to the records in Foreman's office, the shipment was in a warehouse. I went outside and over to the pier.
Johnny.
What? Oh, Gus.
Come here a minute, Johnny.
Look, I'm in a hurry. Thanks for everything. I'll see you later.
You got time to see this? Over here, near the pier.
Wait a minute.
Yep. It's a body, all right. One of the boys just fished it out of the water. I sent him to call the cops.
Looks like it's been in the water quite a few hours. Gus?
Yep. It's Blinker, all right.
I knew I had to work fast now. I headed out on the pier for the warehouse. Once I thought I heard footsteps somewhere behind me. I stopped and listened. There was no sound. It was dark inside the warehouse, but with the help of matches, I located Foreman's shipment. I took a crowbar and opened one of the crates. It was full of carved elephants. I picked up one of them. Yeah, it had a hollow leg. and the hollow leg was full of the same white powder. I hit the floor fast. The shot had come from over near the door. I eased my gun out and waited. 5, 10 minutes went by. I kept quiet. Then suddenly a shadow loomed up near the crates. We saw each other at the same time.
My shoulder.
Well. The missing man himself, Andrew Foreman.
Look,
Blinker found out what you were importing in those carved elephants. He tried to blackmail you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sure. You probably told him you'd pay off. That's when you drove him downtown night before last. Then you tried to kill him, but he must have got away.
I tell you...
You called your lawyer, tried to put the squeeze on through him. But he had to hang up in a hurry. You were probably getting close. You finally caught up with him, didn't you, Foreman?
Look, you've got no proof of anything. Why should Blinker try to blackmail me?
Like I say, he found out about the narcotics in those hollow elephants.
It was put there without my knowledge. You have no proof I was involved.
You know, Foreman, it doesn't much matter. You've got even bigger troubles than that staring you in the face.
I don't understand.
Blinker's body has been recovered from the bay.
I wouldn't know anything about that. You've got no proof of that either.
No. There were 2 bullet holes in Blinker. 5 will get you 10. The slugs in him came from this gun of yours.
The gun?
Yeah. This is something that can be proved. Well?
All right. I just didn't have any choice.
Item 5, $183 even, transportation and incidentals home. Expense account total, $434.50. Remarks? Andrew Foreman made a complete statement to the police. The murder case against him is open and shut. So, it looks like he's going to beat the narcotics rap after all. The hard way. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Today's story was written by Robert Stanley. Heard in our cast were Paula Winslow, D.J. Thompson, Harry Bartell, Stacey Harris, Vic Perrin, and Bob Bruce. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, you better come flying out here just about as fast as you can.
Who's that?
Johnny, this is Red.
Yeah, Red who?
Well, you know, your favorite fishing guide.
Red Barrett?
That's right.
Lake Mojave Resort out in Arizona?
Yes, sir.
Well, Red, you old scalawag. How are you, and how's the fishing?
Just great. That is, if you know where the good holes are.
And believe me, you do.
Now, that's really a fact, Johnny. I really do. I guess I'm the best fishing guide this country ever saw.
Yeah, and I suppose you think it's time I made another trip out there and tangle with some of those beautiful lunker bass.
Well, now, Johnny...
It's no good, Red. I just can't do it.
Now, you listen.
The way the work is piled up on me, I'm just about going crazy. I've been trying to get away for some kind of a vacation for weeks now, but I just can't do it.
Sounds to me like you need it, too.
Yeah, it's been a tough year, no let up at all. Pat McCracken over at Universal Adjustment Bureau, half a dozen of my other contacts. They've been begging me to take some time off, but I just can't, Red. I'm not on a regular payroll. I'm a freelance, so I have to take on every assignment that's handed me, whether I like it or not.
Look, you mentioned Mr.
No use, Red, so don't make me feel any worse by talking about it.
Me? That was your idea.
Huh?
Did I say anything about fishing until you did?
Oh, now, wait. You mean there's some insurance matter I ought to look into out there?
It was this Pat McCracken you mentioned that said I better call you.
Oh, great. And he's the one who's been after me to take a rest. So, what's happened out there?
That's the thing. It ain't what has, but what's going to happen.
Yeah? Like what? Come on, get to the point, Red.
Well, Johnny, when it does happen, well, it's going to be pretty tragic for Lake Mojave Resort.
You mean somebody's trying to wreck the place? Something like that?
Much worse, Johnny. Much worse.
Well, what is it?
Well, I just don't think I ought to tell you over the phone.
But, Red, unless I know...
And if somebody was to hear me talking to you this way...
Red, look.
And anyhow, you'll find out soon enough when you get here, Johnny. And you won't like it. No, sir.
Red, quit stalling, will you?
Of course, if you just want to sit around up there in Hartford and let a terrible thing like this happen without even raising a finger... Well, I just can't believe you'd do that.
Look, will you stop beating around the bush and... Red? Red?
I can't tell you over the phone. It's too awful.
Now listen, you old goat.
But, Johnny, they say there's an airplane leaves New York City just about 12 o'clock noon.
So what?
So it'll get you in Las Vegas about 9:45 tonight. Okay?
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, just you be sure and be on it. And I know you will.
Oh, now look, I can't...
Goodbye, Johnny.
Red! Oh, if that crazy old coot thinks I'm going to fly all the way out there just because he... And yet, if he was serious...
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston gives you real flavorful, rich tobacco flavor. Winston's easy drawing too. The flavor comes right through to you. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
A modern filter? Sure, Winston has it. But that's only the beginning of a Winston. Up front, up where it really counts, Winston packs exclusive filter blend. Light, flavorful tobaccos, specially selected and specially processed for filter smoking. Filter blend. That's why it's fun to smoke Winston, America's best-selling filter cigarette.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Attention, Mr. Pat McCracken. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Red Mystery matter. That crazy phone call from Red Barrett. I know that wild old character pretty well. I'm fully aware of his faculty for stretching the truth, making a couple of mountains out of a molehill or two. And once or twice before, I'd wound up making the trip across the country just to wet a fishing line with him. And yet, those other times I'd fallen for his gag, I'd run headlong into serious insurance matters. Trouble with a capital T. And if he really meant what he said about something terrible impending at Lake Mojave Resort, well, there was one way to find out. Expense account item 1, $153, plane fare, Hartford to New York to Las Vegas, Nevada. The awesome beauty of the clear night sky over the desert, with its billions of stars twinkling in the black sky above, is something I'll never tire of. The stars seem close enough to reach out and touch them. As the plane hit the glide path down to the landing strip at the south end of Las Vegas, the myriad many-colored lights of the city winked and sparkled like the lights on a gigantic Christmas tree. Yeah, from the air, Las Vegas, the fabulous city of chance, is just plain beautiful. I'd like to have stuck around Vegas for a while and tried my hand at some of the casinos and clubs along the gambler's alley they call the Strip, but I had other things to do. So, item 2 was $50 deposited on a rental car. And within minutes after the plane landed, I was heading south and east across the desert, down toward Davis Dam, down to Lake Mojave Resort. The desert, mile after mile of nothing but sand and sagebrush and Joshua trees, of tumbleweed and cactus, of high plateaus and broad windswept mesas. Here and there, the skeleton of some animal who's perished in the remorseless, terrible summer sun. And then suddenly in the middle of it, the life-giving waters of Lake Mojave. At the south end of the lake, just above Davis Dam, is the resort, with its clean, comfortable motel, a good restaurant, tackle shop, and dock. Everything to warm the heart of a fisherman. Yeah, and in the bright light of the moon, I could see the lake itself, calm as a mill pond. That meant that unlike the cold and snow I'd left back east, here it was warm and perfect weather for fishing. It took a bit of self-control to keep from driving right on down to the dock. Instead, I circled the driveway to the office. As I pulled up to a stop, in spite of the hour, someone came out to greet me. It was my old friend Buster Favor, general factotum at the resort.
Yes, sir? Can I help you?
Yeah, Buster, I think you can.
What? Why, it's Johnny Dollar.
Yeah, none other. Hiya, Buster.
Johnny, it's a miracle.
I don't see why. When I get word there's trouble around here.
Oh, then you know, huh?
Buster, I only know that something is about
to... Even the police haven't had a chance to get over here yet.
The police?
Johnny, I sure hope he's all right, that you can find him.
Yeah, find who?
Why, Red.
Red Barrett?
You mean you didn't know?
Buster, what's happened to him?
Johnny, Red has... Well, he's disappeared.
Oh?
And I could be awfully wrong, but from the looks of things, Johnny...
Wait a minute. You think somebody could have murdered him?
Come on. I'll take you over to his room. You can see for yourself.
Well, look, Red phoned me in Hartford, Buster. He told me
that... Think he had some premonition that something was going to happen to him?
Well, that's just it. He didn't seem worried about himself. All he would say
well,
was...
it sure looks like he should have been worried, Johnny. Here now.
Holy.
Yeah?
The room, a housekeeping unit, was a shambles. Clothing pulled out of the drawers and closet, as though somebody had ransacked the place looking for something.
That stuff's all part of the uniform as he was wearing while he was working, Johnny. How much personal clothing stuff he had, I don't exactly know. So, if anything...
The furniture, though none of it was actually broken, was overturned and cluttering up the floor. On the electric range in the kitchenette were the pots and pans he'd apparently used to cook his dinner. Some fish bones lay on a plate on the table.
Probably one of the bass he caught this afternoon. Poor old fellow went out fishing as usual, not realizing what was going to happen to him after he came back here and had his supper.
Now, wait a minute, Buster.
Yeah, Johnny?
That he left here in a hurry is pretty obvious.
Or his body was hauled out of here.
But I still don't see anything to indicate he was murdered or even badly hurt.
Well, look here, then.
Look, Buster, you know as well as I do how unpredictable Red is.
Well, I know,
always
but...
getting restless, always talking about going somewhere else, doing something else.
I know, Johnny,
Look, he's told me a dozen times about a gold mine he hoped to go to back there and work someday, 50 or 60 miles north of here, up near Lake Mead. He's told me about offers to work as a guide for other fishing spots.
Johnny...
So what makes you think he didn't just pack up and leave for some other place, some other job?
Without letting us know? And leaving things this way?
Red? Sure he would. So unless you can show me some good...
Oh. Yeah, Johnny. It's blood there on the floor. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it's blood, all right.
It still hasn't even dried either.
Yeah, I see. All right. When did you find he was missing?
When Ham Pratt... What do you remember Ham?
The manager of this place, sure.
Well, after supper, Ham came over here to talk to him, and, well, this is what he found.
Do you know of any enemies he may have had?
Red? Oh, no, sir. Of course, all of us used to get out of patience with him now and then. Some of the crazy things he'd do, the wild stories he'd tell, but there wasn't one of us didn't love the crusty old coot. Same thing applied to everybody else who knew him.
Then why? Why would anybody want to do him in?
I don't know. I can't figure it out. But it sure looks like somebody did, Johnny. You can see the evidence yourself.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean by that?
Red's phone call that brought me out here. If he'd thought that he himself was in danger, don't you think he would have said so?
Yeah, I guess Red would have built it up, too. Would have made it sound real dramatic.
Sure he would. But instead he told me something tragic was going to happen to the resort. Like what, Buster?
Like nothing I can possibly think of. But now, Johnny, this blood on the floor.
Yeah. Hey, did Red have a car?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's gone, Johnny. Whoever did whatever they did to him must have used it to carry away his body. The poor old...
Buster! I've just got a lead on it.
Oh, Ham, come in.
You see, I phoned everybody up and down the lake to look out for... Johnny!
Ham, how are you?
Buster's told you about Red?
Yeah, and in spite of this so-called evidence around here, I still
Johnny simply doesn't believe that Red was murdered.
But there's blood on the floor, the way things were left around. Or, Johnny, have you some reason for thinking he wasn't?
First, I want some definite reason why he was.
But now, Johnny...
If you want the truth, I think you've both gone overboard about this.
Are you kidding?
Give me a reason. A reason for killing him, for anybody killing him. Just one good reason.
Well, now, Johnny...
Johnny, this blood on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, this.
What is it, Johnny?
Johnny?
You, haven't called in the police yet?
Oh, I was just about to when you arrived.
Don't you think I'd better call them then right away?
Well, yeah, Johnny, why don't you do that?
No. I've done something better, Johnny. I spread the word up and down the lake, all the way up the Colorado River by telephone. And listen, it's paid off. And that's what I came in here to tell you about.
Well?
I just got word that a car, same description as Red Barrett's, that was seen pulling off Highway 93 about 33 miles this side of Boulder City.
Oops.
What, Johnny?
You want me to find poor old Red, huh?
Well, of course, if the poor old fella's still alive.
Then maybe I will. And when I do, I have a sneaking suspicion I may have a score to settle with you two.
Now, just a minute, Johnny. If you mean to imply that either of us did him...
I didn't say that.
Well, Johnny, what do you mean?
You don't know, Buster?
Well, if you think you can find Red, and if I can be of any help to you...
No. That's exactly what I don't want.
Well, now, Johnny...
Just let me work out this little mystery myself.
Well, of course.
No help, no interference from either of you.
Johnny, this isn't like you. I don't understand.
You don't, huh?
I swear it.
Yeah? We'll see.
yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Welcome, recording star Mel Torme.
It's terrible trying to sing with a bad cold. So I always take 4-way cold tablets to relieve cold miseries fast.
Good idea. Tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. 4-way starts in minutes to relieve muscular pains, headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
When you catch cold, try my way. Take 4-way cold tablets. The fast way to relieve cold distress and feel better quickly.
4-way, only 29 cents.
Now, here's a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. To get rid of embarrassing dandruff in 3 minutes, change to Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep unsightly dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair, rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Then rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch and embarrassing dandruff's gone. At the same time, Fitch can brighten hair up to 35%. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Red Mystery Matter.
Suddenly, things had begun to add up. Yeah, from right in the beginning, when Red had mentioned over the phone that he'd talked with Pat McCracken at Universal Adjustment Bureau. Had Red called Pat, or vice versa? And there was the lamp there in Red's room, apparently knocked to the floor in a struggle. But not even the bulb was broken. The clothes that were left, only the uniforms he'd worn while at work. Was that supposed to mean that the only personal things he had were those he was wearing when he disappeared? Hardly. Then there was that spot of blood on the floor. A fish scale, a single scale in the middle of it. I had no microscope to examine that blood, probably wouldn't have known how to use it anyway. But I had a sneaking suspicion there was something very, yeah. And knowing Red and Ham and Buster and Pat McCracken pretty well. Okay. The first thing I did after Ham and Buster left me alone was to look over the room again. And yes, one parcel of equipment that should have been there was conspicuously absent. I went down to the boat dock and found the old Arkansas Traveler that Red had always used to fish in. It was empty. Absolutely empty of the stuff I knew he always kept in it.
Johnny?
Wow. What are you doing up and around this time of night, Ham?
Oh, just sort of checking up on things.
Yeah? Or checking up on me?
Oh, now, Johnny. You hoping to find some lead on Red there and his boat?
I found exactly what I expected, Ham. Nothing.
I don't understand.
Don't you?
Johnny, what goes with you? You've certainly been acting kind of feisty this trip.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
Now, if you feel you have some lead on Red, on what may have happened to him, well...
Yeah, I think I have. And you helped to give it to me.
I did.
But there's no point in following it up till morning.
What is the lead?
No help, no interference, remember?
Okay, Johnny, whatever you say. No use doing anything till morning, eh?
That's right.
Then you,
Well, what?
Oh, I was just thinking. Remember a couple of moonlight nights like this when you were here before, how you and I took the workboat and a couple of fishing rods? How we plugged those deep coves just above the dam?
Yeah, we took some nice fish out of there, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm going to be blunt with you, Johnny. You aren't yourself. You're a bundle of nerves. Been working too hard?
Yeah, much too hard.
Well, one great cure for that. Why don't we go out there and pick us up a couple of nice bass?
Okay. Why not?
Unless, of course, you feel you ought to do something more about finding Red.
I told you, no more until morning. I also told you I'm sorry. Let's go fishing.
Sure, Johnny. I understand.
Yeah, I guess you do. Maybe I had been a little feisty, as Ham had put it. And he was right about the fishing out there in the smooth black water with the bright moonlight overhead. When those 2 6-pounders hit my lure and I carefully played them into the boat, believe me, they did more to bring me back to normal than anything else in the world could have. That night, for the first time in weeks, I slept like a baby. Then, first thing in the morning, well, the whole thing really wasn't too hard to figure out. Red was a fisherman every day of his life. But I'd found no sign of his tackle there in the room or in the boat he'd always used. In other words, no matter how or why he'd left, he himself must have taken those things with him. Also his personal clothes and stuff, but naturally not the uniforms that belonged to the resort. The blood on the floor from one of the bass he'd had for dinner, carefully put there after he'd turned the room inside out. As for his whereabouts, Ham had given me the clue when he told me Red's car had been seen at the highway turnoff 33 miles south of Boulder City. That turnoff led to only one place, a fishing camp at the lower end of Lake Mead, known as Temple Bar. And when I got there, sure enough, waiting for me in his outboard beside the dock, Red Barrett.
All ready for you, Johnny.
Why, Red, you rascal.
Got an extra rod and reel and a bucket of live bait. You and me'll go out there and slay him. Get in, Johnny. Get in.
Sure, Red, why not?
That's a boy. Here we go. Yeah, I just knew a smart man like you could track me down.
Hey, you're working here now, huh?
Well, I got kind of restless and thought maybe I'd make a change. And as long as Ham Pratt was willing...
Then Ham was in on this plot to get me out here.
Why, sure he was.
And the terrible things to happen at Lake Mojave?
Why, of course, Johnny. They've lost me, haven't they?
Ah, you old son of a gun. Hey, Buster in on it, too?
No, Ham's probably telling him about it right now. Probably showing him the letter he got from Mr. McCracken.
McCracken? Pat McCracken?
Yeah. Now, maybe you better read this one that he wrote to me. First part's just the usual howdy-do's, but here.
And Red, I'm convinced a man can take only so much, even Johnny Dollar. And I'm afraid that unless he gets some rest and
relaxation, he'll crack up one of these days. So if you and Ham Pratt can somehow contrive to get him out there for some of that fishing he loves so much, go to it. If he catches on, if he starts worrying about the expense, tell him it's on the house. Tell him Merry Christmas. Sincerely yours.
Well, God bless Pat McCracken. As for you, Red, you old reprobate...
Johnny, there's a hole over near the gyp beds where there's an old 10-pounder laying under a rock. Just waiting for you and me.
Brother, let's go. A very wise man once said that the time a man spends in fishing is never deducted from his lifespan. And you know something? I, for one, am convinced that he was right. So, well, Merry Christmas to you all, too. All of you. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Every year, some Christmas celebrations are ruined by fire. A little precaution can prevent a Christmas fire from happening in your home. First of all, make sure your tree is on a firm foundation so it can't fall over. Then be sure to use only approved lighting. Wiring that's frayed may be dangerous. Replace it. Never use lighted candles. Let all the glow of Christmas come from within, not from fire. With a safe Christmas plan, here's an idea for Christmas giving.
Almost Christmas, no time to lose. Lots and lots of gifts to choose. Give him,
Give her
a gift set by Yardley.
For her an array of all new Yardley gifts, $1.50 to $13.50. A Yardley Red Roses Spray Mist and Soap Set, $3.50. All prices plus tax. Yardley.
Give him,
Give her
a gift set by Yardley.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a man, a girl, and a gangster. That's right. They add up to trouble. For me. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Forrest Lewis, Barney Phillips, Alan Reed Sr., and Lawrence Dobkin. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking.
Now stay tuned for Suspense, which follows next on the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Hi, hon. Betty Lewis.
Hi, sweetie.
Isn't this the most beautiful Sunday morning you ever saw? Or aren't you up and around yet?
Oh, wide awake and full of pep.
Then listen, dear. You know about the concert this afternoon at the Memorial Hall.
Yeah, sure. I was going to call you, see if you'd like to be among those present.
I'd love to. And why don't we make a day of it?
Suits me fine.
Maybe pick me up for an early lunch, take a walk in the park, then go to the concert, then go somewhere and get married, then have dinner together, and maybe find something to do this evening?
Sure, why not?
You mean it, Johnny?
Sure. Just let me put on my best bib and tucker, and I'll... Oh.
What's the matter?
Oh, somewhere along the line. Did I hear you say something about getting married?
Sure, why not?
Oh, well, now, look, honey, let's not kid about that.
Who's kidding?
Oh, honey, you know how I feel about you. And if it wasn't for this crazy, risky job of mine...
And it's all off?
Oh, doll, let's face it, it doesn't really make sense right now.
Okay, Johnny. Bye.
Oh, no, wait. Betty. Hello. Oh, well, Dollar, you dope. You'd better drive on over and see that gal and try to... Oh, now listen, honey, Well, what I meant to say back there...
Yeah, what did you mean? And what's this honey stuff?
Who's that?
Pat McCracken, Universal Adjustment Bureau.
On a Sunday morning?
On a Sunday morning. Listen, I've got to see you, Johnny, right away.
You mean for an assignment, some insurance investigation?
I sure do. Now, listen.
No, sorry, Pat, I can't. Not right now.
Look, I'll run on over there to your apartment.
No, Pat, no.
Now, wait just a minute,
No,
Johnny.
I won't be here.
You'd better be.
But I tell you... Hello. Oh, son of a gun, doesn't Pat realize that sometimes there are things more important than... Oh, well, I suppose I shouldn't have barked at him. Maybe after I've kind of smoothed things over with Betty, I can... Okay, now listen, Pat. Instead of your coming over here, just give me a couple of hours to take care of something personal, and I'll drive over and see you, and you can tell me... Pat?
No, Johnny, this is George Reed at Floyd's of England.
George?
I know this is a Sunday morning, and it's hardly cricket to call you.
George, I'm all tied up.
This is a real emergency.
I'm sorry, George.
It involves Alvin Peabody Cartwright.
Huh? That old crackpot?
Now, you know you really love that old character.
All right, so what? It just happens that right now I've got...
He's probably responsible for more of the big fancy fees that have been paid you than...
George, listen, I'm sorry, but nothing that involves Cartwright or anybody else can possibly be more important at the moment than something personal I have to do, and right away.
Nothing, Johnny?
Nothing.
Not even murder?
Huh?
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To the to Floyd's... Well, now, wait. Before this case was through, there were enough insurance companies involved to... Well, anyhow, it's an account of expenses incurred during my so-called investigation of the 5 Down matter. 3 phone calls, all within a couple of minutes, all demanding my services immediately. And I promised to call them right back. George Reed at Floyd's of England, Pat McCracken of Universal Adjustment Bureau, and frankly, more important to me, the best gal friend, Betty Lewis, on account of maybe I'd left the impression I was trying to give her a brush off or something. And as the people who listen to these reports know very well, that I would never do. Yeah, that's it. First I'd call Betty, but as I reach for the phone again... Johnny Dollar.
John, thank goodness I found you in.
Who are you?
It's vital that I see you at once, immediately.
Yeah, I said, who are you?
Who am I?
Yes.
Why, Johnny, this is Harry Branson of Philadelphia Mutual Liability and Casualty Insurance Company.
Harry, look, if this call is about business...
Well, of course it is.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm all tied up. But if it's something that can wait...
I'm afraid not.
Because I have 2 or 3 other things that I have to tend to
first. So what I will
first.
do, John, is this. I will give you the address of where you must go.
No, sorry.
Then you can fly on out there and do it.
Harry, no. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I know you said that, but now, John...
Look, Well, as soon as I can get these other things cleared away, I'll call you back, huh?
Call me back?
Yes.
But good heavens, John.
I'll call you back.
John!
Holy... What is this, anyhow? You'd think the world was coming to an end. Oh, now, wait. I call back to bed again. Huh? Oh, come on. This is carrying things too far. Johnny Dollar.
Earl Poorman, Johnny.
Now, look.
Tri-State Life and Casualty.
Yeah, Earl, it's nice to... But listen, I'm sorry I can't talk to you right now.
But, Johnny, I want you to come out here just as
But
quickly...
I can't. That is...
What? Now, listen, Johnny.
I mean, at least not right away, Earl. Not right this minute, huh?
This is very important.
Well, something's come up. A lot of things have come up, and I can't even take time to talk to you until I... Listen. Hey, Earl.
I'm listening.
All right, let me call you back, huh? In a couple of minutes or maybe a couple of hours at the most, okay?
Well, as long as I can be sure you'll come on out
But I can't
here.
be... Oh, listen, I'll call you back. Oh, brother, nice, peaceful, quiet Sunday, huh? After all these guys, well, they've all been pretty good to me over the years, so if any of them has got a real problem... Oh, no, first I got to call Betty and patch things up. Oh, no, believe me, this is impossible. Yeah, go ahead, ring your head off, go ahead. When you decide there's no one here, I'll make the calls I promised, and oh, well. Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, this is Buster.
Buster?
That's right. Buster Favor. Lake Mojave Resort.
Oh,
Here in
well,
Arizona.
hiya. Buster, now listen to me,
Johnny,
please.
if you're on your way out to California, I've got to see
On my way out to...
So if
Whatever gave
you're
you the idea...
taking a plane out to Los Angeles, why don't I drive on over?
Hey, did I say anything about going to California?
Oh, but I've got to see you, Johnny.
Oh, Buster, look, please, believe me. With the crazy way things are going around here, believe me, I'm sorry, but I can't talk to you right now.
But this is important.
I know.
So,
sure it
Johnny...
is, but please, just give me a little while, I'll get back to you.
Whatever you say, but when you do get
I'll
out
get
here...
back to you. Oh, telephone, so help me if you ring once more. All right. Hello, listen, whoever you are, this is... Johnny Dollar.
Nope, not this time. So guess again.
What?
I said to guess again. What's the matter with you? Don't you hear good?
Alvin Peabody Cartwright.
Well, of course I'm Alvin Peabody Cartwright. Who do you think I am, anyway?
Mr. Cartwright.
Johnny, you've got to come out here right away.
Yeah, out where? And listen, George Reed called me about you a few minutes ago. He said something about a murder.
Me? Murdered?
Well, that was the impression I got. He was...
I don't think so, Johnny. Wait a minute, I'll see.
Oh, no, listen, Mr. Cartwright.
No, you listen. It's vital that I see you right away.
Yeah, well,
I'm
look...
still here at my summer place in Beverly Hills, Johnny. Always did get the seasons mixed up.
Oh.
You remember the place?
Oh, yes, I remember it very well. Now, listen.
That last time you came here was to prevent a murder.
I know, but Mr. Cartwright...
This time, believe me, Johnny, it's much worse. It's much more serious.
Well, what is it, then?
Well, I can't... I honestly don't dare tell you over the phone, but Johnny, I plead, I beg of you, come out here right away.
What I've already told several people, more serious than murder?
Believe me, boy, there is nothing that can possibly be more important than your coming here.
You mean that, don't you?
Please, Johnny, please. I'll be waiting for you.
Ever notice the way Pepsi-Cola has of disappearing fast? It's easy to understand when you remember how every ice-cold ounce of Pepsi tingles with a taste that everybody in the family enjoys. And then, too, there's no time limit on Pepsi. Day or night, with meals or by itself, work days or weekends, for parties or all by yourself. Ah, but the thing that really makes Pepsi go fast is its light touch. Pepsi always refreshes lightly, without filling. So a Pepsi just never tastes like too much. To make sure your supply of Pepsi meets the demand, always buy an extra carton or two. You can't run a household without it.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the 5 Down Matter.
Phone calls, one on top of the other. First from Betty Lewis, and I'd really better patch things up with her. Then frantic calls from Pat McCracken, George Reed, Harry Branson, Earl Poorman, Buster Favor, and finally from old Alvin P. Cartwright, the latter sounding the most urgent of all. Not one of them had given me any details about the emergencies that prompted their calls. But these are men that I've been working for and with for years. And for my money, they're not only important to my insurance investigations, but they're the salt of the earth. And if it came to a matter of which one to favor over the others... Oh, but now wait a minute. Cartwright lived in Beverly Hills. George Reed was worried about Cartwright. Earl Poorman could be taken care of out there on the West Coast, too, and Buster Favor. Uh-huh. I got back on the phone and tried calling Pat McCracken. No answer. The same with George Reed, and with Harry and Earl and Buster, even with Alvin P. Cartwright. And when I couldn't even reach Betty Lewis to apologize for... Okay, I tore out to Bradley Field. Expense account, item 1, $170.40 for a plane ticket to Los Angeles.
Here you are, Mr. Dollar.
Okay.
Your plane is ready for takeoff.
Right, thanks.
I'm sorry again. I couldn't get you on a jet from New York to L.A.
Oh, that's okay.
But now, you better hurry or... excuse me just a minute, please.
Well, let me have the baggage check and I'll...
On this phone? Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
Well, very well. Put the party on.
Oh, what?
This call's for you, sir.
Oh, okay. Johnny Dollar.
Your telephone exchange said they could get you for me.
Huh? Who's that?
But who else was it? It's your oldest, your dearest friend, Le Chagris.
Chagris? Louis de Marsac, the great cat?
But of course, monsieur.
Your plane, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, look, Louis, I can't talk to you now.
But I must see
And I'm certainly not going to run over to Paris to see you.
But this is most important, monsieur.
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, okay. My plane for the West Coast about to leave. I've got...
And I thought that for me, your oldest, your dear... You do not like me anymore?
Oh, sure, Louis. Of course I do.
And you do not appreciate what...
Believe me, I appreciate all the help you've given me over the years.
Then you will see
Mr.
me.
Dollar.
Yeah, okay. Look, I got to make a plane, Louis.
You will see me.
Mr. Dollar, please, you better hurry.
Yeah. What? The real stopper came in New York when I changed for a plane to the coast, and with barely time to make it. Yeah. Another of my old pals. Another one I didn't want to turn down. Lieutenant Randy Singer of the 18th Precinct. But under the circumstances and with only seconds to spare.
But, Johnny, you've got to handle this one for me.
I'm sorry, Randy.
It's out on the West Coast in California.
Which is exactly where I'm heading if I make the plane.
Well, that's good. So let me tell you where to go when you
Randy, please. I'll miss the plane. Send me a wire or something, huh?
This your plane right here?
Yes, it is.
Well, then maybe I better climb aboard with you.
No such luck. This flight is full up. All right, here you are. Here's my ticket.
Fine, sir. Get right aboard. Thanks. Well, I can beat you out there on one of the jets.
No space on them either. I tried it.
Want to bet?
Please, will you get aboard, sir?
Right. So long, Randy.
Yeah. See you, Johnny.
Yeah, pretty shabby, I guess. I mean, the way I treated some of the best friends I had. But what would you have done under the circumstances? Well, during the brief stop in Chicago, I sent telegrams to all concerned, telling them I'd call them the minute I could. Even a very long wire to Betty Lewis, promising just about everything. Short of marriage, that is. Then finally, when I pulled into L.A. and started to pick up my baggage and look for a taxi...
Johnny.
Couldn't believe it. My old contact from the underworld.
Yeah.
Smokey.
Yeah.
Smokey Sullivan.
Yeah, I'll take your bag. I got a car right over here.
You were expecting me? You?
Yeah, and the kind of poor old Cartwright.
Oh, hey, what's happened to him? What's this all about?
Johnny.
Yeah?
Johnny, I hate to say this.
Yeah?
Knowing how much you really care for that old man.
Yeah.
And after all the pretty awful crimes I've saw before I went straight.
Come on, Smokey.
But what you'll see at Cartwright's place, oh, Johnny, you'll never believe it.
Constipation is something people don't talk about much, but it can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Well, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say.
A laxative should be effective, gentle, close to natural acting. A medicine that can be used with complete confidence.
Now, X-Lax has been popular with many doctors and millions of people over the years because pleasant-tasting chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is so gentle, so close to natural acting, there's no upset. That's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity gently, overnight.
Now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
On the drive into the Beverly Hills address of Mr. Cartwright, I tried to make Smokey Sullivan tell me what it was all about. But he had only one answer for me.
Oh, Johnny, you'll never believe it.
When we finally pulled up in front of the beautiful home on North Roxbury Drive, I jumped out of the car and tore on up to the front door. All right, come on.
What do you think you're trying to do? Break in this house? Oh, Johnny.
Mr. Cartwright.
Oh, Johnny, I've been frightened to death.
What about, sir?
What about? I was afraid you wouldn't make it. That's what it's all about. With all those bodies inside.
Bodies?
There.
Where?
In the library, Johnny. Come now. I'll show you.
Yeah, I think you'd better.
All over the floor. Just wait till you see them.
Well, here. Isn't this the library?
Yes. Oh, dear, Johnny.
All right, now. Wait now.
Your gun?
That's right. Okay, now. Okay, now. Huh? Oh, no.
Look at them. All over the floor.
Mr. Cartwright wasn't kidding. There were bodies there, all right, half a dozen of them, sprawled around in awkward positions, as though some giant hand had suddenly struck them down. But why? And there was no sign of a struggle, not a... Huh?
What is it, Johnny? Oh, I mean, isn't it terrible?
Wait a minute. That's Pat McCracken.
I know.
And George Reed over here.
Well, he's still alive. Shall I call a doctor?
Yeah? Or shall I put him out of his misery?
What?
With a gun, yeah. Earl Poorman over here. Buster Favor.
And me, Le Chagrin, my dear, my darling friend.
All right, you guys. What is all this? What goes here?
Johnny.
Buster, so help me. All right, now listen.
Mr.
Cartwright, will you take that gun away from him? Randy.
That's right. I told you I could get a jet out here.
Sure, we all came out on the same flight. Earl, you son of a gun. How are you, Johnny? Surprised? Are you kidding? And Harry Branson.
Glad to
Smokey.
see you, Don.
So this is why you wouldn't tell me anything, Smokey.
Yeah. Fooled you, huh?
Yeah. But come on now, what's the big idea?
Wait a minute. Now, will you stop waving that 38 around, Johnny?
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, Pat.
Yes, over here. I'll take it.
Yeah, you better, Mr. Cartwright.
That's all right. I'll put it back in my pocket.
I have it. Oops.
Down, boys, down!
Oh, dear. I'm sorry.
Yes, you'd better be sorry. Well, Johnny, it looks like we succeeded in getting you out here, all right.
Yeah, well, now, look, will somebody please start to make some sense and tell me what this is all about, huh?
Why not?
Yes, McCracken, why don't you speak for all of us?
Yeah, go ahead, Pat. All right, fellas, I don't mind if I do.
That's good.
It's really pretty simple, Johnny. Today, Sunday, marks the end of 5 years in your present series of investigations for what we like to think is a pretty good lineup of insurance companies.
Yeah, so happy anniversary, Johnny.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, thanks.
Now, Johnny, it also completes 5 solid years of the broadcasting on CBS of these cases you handled. Handled mighty well, Johnny. And you've performed a service throughout this country.
Oh, now don't get soppy.
No, shut up a minute, will you? You've done a great service to the insurance companies, no question about it. Your broadcasting has helped to expose a lot of crookedness, fraud, that sort of thing. Has saved the insurance companies a lot of money. And that means it saved the people, their clients, the people who listen to your program every week. It saved them a lot of money, too.
Well, it's...
And purely incidentally, these CBS shows of yours have provided a lot of entertainment, a lot of pleasure to literally millions. In other words, Johnny, a lot of people think mighty well of you. And with very good reason.
Oh, no. But take it easy.
Oh, now you shut up. To get all those people together to say thanks, well, that's impossible, obviously. So we thought, that instead of just handing you, if we could somehow, Fellas, I'm doing pretty badly.
Make your feet, monsieur.
Well, Johnny, I went over all your radio reports. I made a list of the people who've been most involved in your cases these past 5 years. And then when I made the suggestion to Mr. Cartwright...
That's right. I told Pat that if he didn't let me give this party to do you honor...
Honor?
That would...
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No. All right. I mean, throw a big fat brawl for you just to get her through that skull of yours. Just to show you how much we love and appreciate you, Johnny. And that's why we're here.
I couldn't think of a better way to tell you.
Well, you happy, Johnny?
Well, look, if you guys think I want to break up over this.
Yeah? Yeah, Johnny?
Oh, well, Pat, Mr. Cartwright, Smokey, Harry, Earl, Louie, Randy, Buster, George. Well...
To Johnny.
Patty.
Oh, well, will you look at that? I guess you'll be glad to see
Weren't they nice to let me and honest, honey? I won't ask you to marry me. Not yet.
Rascal, you are.
Now, will somebody break this up before we all start crying like a bunch of puppies?
Yeah, let's break it up.
Well, Johnny, we just thought that maybe a gathering of your friends, your real friends, Johnny. I mean that.
And if there's anything you want, Johnny, this house, a nice yacht, a couple more cars, or anything, Johnny.
Anything, huh?
Yes, sir.
More than this? Well, look, if I can somehow hold on to the friendship of people like you, that's all I ask. Believe me, it's the most that anybody could ask. Oh, mighty wonderful people, all of them. Some others, too. I mean, behind the scenes in the job of bringing you these radio reports week after week. The associate directors on the show, Kenny Hodge, Bob Shue, the announcer, Johnny Wall, a mighty wonderful technical crew, Bob Chadwick, Bill James, Tom Henley, and I mean Jack Johnstone, our producer and director, who, well, he's the guy who makes it... Time is up, Jack? Okay. But give them a lot of credit, huh? Because believe me, they deserve it. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Stop and think a minute. Just how well do you know the two presidential candidates? How fully informed are you on the main issues of their campaigns? Well, you can learn a lot about Vice President Nixon, Senator Kennedy, and what they stand for if you listen to Presidential Countdown, a special series of pre-election broadcasts presented each week by the Public Affairs Department of CBS Radio News. Don't miss this important, informative feature. Listen to Presidential Countdown every Tuesday night on CBS Radio. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a yarn about the lust for gold and the things it can do to a man. The story takes place in the famous historical ghost town of Virginia City, Nevada, site of the famous, almost fabulous Comstock Lode, where sudden death was all too often the price of finding a rich vein of gold or silver back in the middle of the late century. Or even today, there's gold to be found, and sometimes murder. I think you'll like this one, especially the switch at the end of it. So join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey. Originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Larry Dobkin, G. Stanley Jones, Harry Bartell, Vic Perrin, John Daner, Howard McNear, Marvin Miller, Forrest Lewis, and Herb Vigran. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is John Wall speaking.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
Stay tuned to WROW Albany, New York for a special news bulletin from Schenectady.
What
What's all the commotion about, Dooley? We're celebrating your birthday, old boy. By the way, Schultz, how old are you? Listen, Suds, you're an officer of the law, not a census taker. Let's say 21 plus. I'd like to propose a toast.
Pipe down there. Let's listen to Dooley's latest masterpiece.
Here's to the mug who is full of good cheer. Here's to his favorite, natural beer. Darling of drawing room, pantry, and pub. Here's to magnificent Utica Club.
Oh, brew me no brew, it's artificial bubbles, those carbonated beers of today. Cause Utica Club will still make the trouble to age beer at a natural rate. Utica Club, you see.
Brewed by the West End Brewing Company of Utica, New York.
We delay for a few moments the start of pro football from CBS to bring you this special report from Schenectady by WROW Radio News Director Monroe Benton.
This is Monroe Benton reporting from IUE Hall in Schenectady. Nearly 9,000 members of IUE Local 301 here in Schenectady have just voted not to strike against the General Electric Company. The vote counting was completed just a short while ago and showed 5,033 in favor of accepting the latest company offer, 2,895 rejecting the company offer, 17 ballots were void. Therefore, a total of 7,945 members participated in the vote here at IUE Local 301 in Schenectady. The actual balloting was conducted on Thursday and Friday, but the votes were not tabulated until today and announced at an unusual Sunday news conference held here at the IUE Hall on Erie Boulevard, Schenectady. The vote again, 5,033 to accept the latest GE offer, 2,895 rejecting the latest company offer. Now, also this afternoon, the results of the balloting for the members of the IUE at the Capel Knowles Atomic Power Laboratories, both in Niskayuna and in West Milton and Saratoga County. The vote there was just the opposite, 172 in favor of striking, 104 against a strike. That is the result of Local 301 AE, members at the Knowles Atomic Power Laboratory in both Niskayuna and in West Milton. A total of 276 members voted there out of the total union membership of 368 at Capel. The vote here was counted under the supervision of 3 clergymen and announced at this news conference. However, this vote at Schenectady does not mean there will be no strike against GE, or for that matter, that there will be one when the contract expires next Saturday, October the 1st. Negotiations will continue in New York for the rest of this week, and on Friday, the IUE GE Conference Board will meet to review the votes taken by all the IUE locals at GE across the country, and on that basis make up its mind on whether to call a walkout. Schenectady IUE, being the largest of all the locals, will naturally carry a lot of weight, but today balloting is also being conducted in at least 2 other key areas, Lynn and Everett, Massachusetts, and Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Earlier this week, employees at Waterford GE voted in favor of a strike, or putting it the other way, rejecting the company offer. Therefore, despite the vote here in Schenectady, the results of the Pittsfield and Everett and Lynn balloting must be reported, plus that of such large locals as the 6,000-member Louisville, Kentucky local, before the conference board makes its decision next Friday. The GE IUE Conference Board is made up of elected delegates from each of the union locals. They are elected on a representative membership basis, but each local is limited to a maximum of 4 board members. These delegates are bound to vote at the conference board meeting the way the locals have instructed them to vote. On this basis, the 3 largest GE plants in the Northeast, Schenectady, Lynn, and Pittsfield, have a total representation of 12 delegates, although they represent about 1/3 of all the IUE members in the GE chain. It also should be noted that the IUE Constitution states that when the conference board determines to strike to obtain national agreement, all union locals are bound by such action. In 1958, Schenectady, Pittsfield, and Lynn voted against a walkout when Louisville, Kentucky voted in favor. Of course, there was no walkout then. Speculation is that with Schenectady voting no strike today, And if Pittsfield and Lynn vote the same way, the National Union is not likely to call a strike, or at least conduct one successfully, without the support of these three major northeastern locals. The coming week will tell, because there are still 5 more days of negotiations in New York. Repeating again the results of this vote here in Schenectady this afternoon, accepting the company offer, 5,033. Rejecting the offer, 2,895. The capital vote again, in favor of a strike, 172. Against a strike, 104. Leo Gendro, the business agent of Local 301, issued a statement just a few minutes ago, and it says in part, the result of the secret ballot vote shows that a majority of the members of IUE Local 301 have chosen to accept the final offer of GE. However, Gendro continues, the fact that a substantial number of the Schenectady Local 301 members voted to reject the offer reflects strong dissatisfaction caused by a number of reasons. First, the offer did not adequately meet the demands, or rather the needs, of every group of employees. Also, the outside interference of the UE and its misrepresentation of the company's offer spread misunderstanding and confusion amongst many of our members. Unquote from Leo Gendro. That's the report here from Schenectady. Repeating again, IUE Local 301 votes to accept the GE offer. However, the IUE AE local over at Knowles Atomic Power Laboratories, both in Niskayuna and in West Newton, vote to walk out 172 to 104. The vote in Schenectady again, 5,033 accepting, 2,895 rejecting. Monroe Benton from Schenectady, back now to WROW News.